Attitude Movie Podcast. This month is all about me. Attitude Movie Podcast. They are a professional podcast.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Listen to me very carefully.
You're me.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Look who's talking.
You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last. Don't bullshit me.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit! Get to the chopper!
Attitude Movie Podcast. This month is all about me. Attitude Movie Podcast. They are a professional podcast.
It'd be funny if I just didn't go. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Nerditude Movie Podcast. For a very special episode. We're gonna be doing May Madness bracket. Feel free to join along. We're doing Arnold Schwarzenegger movies all of this month, which is gonna be me and Matt talking 80% of the time, and Alex talking 20. No, so
Alex, I like that part. Yeah.
So we're doing Arnold movies for the whole month. We're gonna do 3 movies per week, and we're gonna do a May Madness bracket. We'll choose one movie that will move on, and I guess we'll just give the list in case people want to get ready or whatever. So this week, we're doing Terminator 1, Twins, Commando. That's week 1, so whoever wins that week is going to go on to face the second week winner.
Correct.
Second week, it's going to be Total Recall, Eraser, Kindergarten Cop. That's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Third week, it's getting harder and harder. Third week is fucking Running Man, Predator, and Conan. The original. And the
live
very last
episode.
Week, the live episode is going to be the hardest one. It's Last Action Hero, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and True Lies.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
And then after that, we do have to discuss the brackets going smaller from there.
No, live episode's the finale.
Yeah, live. So for next week, we can play it by ear. For next week, we can choose that second movie that wins, and the following week discuss a winner. Or
so I'll get this episode out by Monday, and then by Friday it'll be week 2, and then we'll choose the movie we're going to choose this week, and then we have to choose a winner week 2 of those 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And then week 3, it's going to be and then week 4, we're going to choose the winner for 2 different brackets. Then,
yeah.
So we'll do week 3 and 4, and then we have to do the finale all in a live episode.
Yep.
Okay.
Week V versus week 4.
Okay. Yeah, and if for whatever reason you have found this podcast and you haven't listened to us before, we typically do 1 to 2 movies, sometimes 3 a week. We give them our reviews. We give them a hot dog rating 1 to 5. This month is going to be a little different because it's me and Matt's favorite action hero growing up. If you were to tell Matt and us to rate the movies, it'd be the same fucking scores: 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is the rating is going to be 1 out of 10. And we're not going to be rating it as a movie.
I'm going to hold my mic like this.
Rate it as we're going to be rating it in what we think it stands in Arnold Schwarzenegger's filmography.
Yeah.
So, for example, we're not doing Hercules in New York.
Right.
I think it's safe to say.
I think at the live episode we will have an honorary mentions page of the movies we wanted to talk about, but just time wise, we had to choose the best of the best of the best.
Out of these 9 movies, though, I can say honestly, there's only one movie that I didn't really like, but it's not that I hated it. I just didn't enjoy it.
Is it Tweens?
No. I'm
Wait,
not
you
going to
said
say
out of the
that.
9, you mean out of the 12?
I'm sorry, yeah, out of the 12. Out of the 12. I was looking at 3. I was looking at week 3.
Well,
But yeah, out of the 12, there's only one.
So to give you an example of out of his filmography, so Arnold, even the dumb movies he's in, I get some form of enjoyment. But I would rate Hercules in New York a 1 out of 10 in his filmography. It's easily
I've
his
never
worst
watched
Agreed.
film.
It's garbage,
watched-
dude.
It's
not.
bad.
It's not a Schwarzenegger movie. It's a shitty movie with a European dude.
Is it
Yeah.
available anywhere? Because I've never
On
watched
YouTube.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
the one with his voice, and then there's the one where they revoiced him, which god.
Which is like a completely American sounding accent. It's just weird.
But on top of the different rating we're doing, also it's not going to be hot dogs. You'll see what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But on top of the new rating system we're doing just for this month, since it's easy for us to talk about the same movie with the same fucking guy playing it, we thought we'd make it a little interesting. We're going to eliminate one movie of the 3 each week, and then we're going to have a deeper discussion into which movie of the 2 left over should move on. And also
2 eliminations per episode.
Correct.
Exactly. We're also going to recast the movies because for some reason we did that with one movie. What the fuck? What was the movie we did
I
it
think
for?
it started out with Tenet.
Yeah, recasting Tenet dudes in what though?
The Warriors.
The Warriors, yeah.
I don't know why, and that for some reason that was one of the funnest things we did, which made no fucking sense.
I also want to recommend one episode reviewing The Warriors in Judgment Night.
Yeah,
Oh.
that would be good.
Emilio Estevez.
Okay, that Judgment.
Emilio!
Okay, I did like that movie. Yeah, it was
So,
fun.
so I guess we usually do like what we've been watching, but we've been watching Arnold movies, so we'll just skip that shit. But it is Alex's birthday, so happy birthday, Alex.
Actually, happy birthday, belated birthday. I actually did
Very
watch
much.
2 movies that were random as fuck. I finally finished Peninsula, which not bad,
Yeah.
but not nearly as good as Train to Busan. And I watched the awful Jason Statham movie Parker, which honestly has a pretty badass, very violent fight scene. And then I also watched the movie Assault on Precinct 13, the remake.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
remember.
staying up late. I haven't been getting much sleep. I've been doing late at night when I can't sleep. I'm just throwing on movies. Normally I
think
fall
the-
asleep, but now it's been like I've just been finishing them.
The one episode we start where you're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm actually well rested." We're gonna be like, "Is he okay?"
Yeah.
Is
What?
something
Because
wrong?
I'm like wiping bloodstains off.
Although it did
Perfectly
happen.
fine.
It did happen a couple weeks ago.
Every now and then I get some
Yeah,
fucking sleep.
we did have a fresh mat, and it was
Freshman.
strange.
It's like a freshman.
It was a freshman.
Mentos fresh mat here today.
Well, if you want to talk about stuff that we've been watching, I've actually been watching you fucking play Resident Evil Village, and I like it.
It looks cool.
I was like this close to pulling the trigger and telling my wife, "Hey, it's my birthday!" Just buying the game.
Shut up. We got a Target
But I
card,
did
God
not.
damn it.
But I did.
They
not.
sell Steam cards. It's
that's
good.
what I
It's I like it better than 7 because it's not like it's more pop out horror driven. But like number 7 was a lot of like, oh, go hide in the fucking bourgeois. Wait for this dude to pass by. Oh, learn his pattern. This one, it's literally you open a door and the big bitch pops out of nowhere. It's pretty creepy.
I was watching you play it earlier today, and I was watching Twins, but I had you muted, so I was watching you, and then I actually paused the movie just so I could keep watching you.
You should have watched me and then done the audio track to Twins. If it would have lined up, that'd have been crazy.
We wanted to watch The Office to watch one episode. I wanted to watch the Christmas party episode.
See if it's
And
edited.
No, I just wanted to watch it for some reason. And now we are rewatching all of The Office because you can't. The Office is like a Tic Tac.
I'm
like
not
an
gonna
orange
lie.
Tic Tac.
I've been
You
having
have to shove 20 in your mouth.
Yeah, I've been having the Office itch pretty fucking bad.
So did the login work for you?
I used my login.
Okay, so then you found out that there were 2 different series.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The Peacock app sucks.
It's not fucking friendly. It's not a friendly fucking thing.
I don't even know how. I don't know if it was a computer glitch or what. But I remember I was like 4 a.m. and I happened to look at. I got Slick Deals at $10, the whole series, and I was like, bullshit. So I look at.
I remember the story, but I'm not.
Oh, sure enough, $10. And then I go to bed and I wake up like 4 hours later and it's fucking back up to 60. I was like,
and then you text me 4 hours later saying, "Hey, by the way, you can go buy it." And then when I checked, I was like, "Yeah, it's not the same price."
I thought it was a fever dream, dude. I thought it was a fever dream. Maybe I didn't think it was real. I woke up like, did I actually get that for? Like, I had to go back into the library and be like, oh, I did get it. How much is it now?
For years, they have been wanting that show to be on Blu-ray, and finally, this last November, they released a Blu-ray box set of The Office.
Yeah, you know, it was really fucking expensive though.
Yeah.
Was it like $120?
Yeah, I think it's on sale right now for $109, but that's still a crazy amount.
That when this whole pandemic shit started, that was something that my oldest daughter and I bonded on. She fucking loved the openings, the music, and everything, and she watched a lot of those episodes with me while I fucking binged it all.
Ever check out Seinfeld or Curb Enthusiasm if you're okay with the language? But
I'm not a fan of Seinfeld or
why
Curb.
not?
I don't know. I don't like Jerry, and I don't like fucking what's his name.
I don't like popular beloved
No,
comedies.
I don't know.
I never got into Seinfeld. I watched Frasier.
I
didn't get into him. I watched some of the episodes and I found some of it funny, but those other times when I'm just like, God, this is fucking boring.
I used to like Frasier a lot.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Seinfeld's golden, dude.
Same thing with Cheers. I really like Cheers because I'm that old.
I didn't really watch Cheers.
But there was so much where there was just like I didn't fucking like it. Like, but I did like a lot of their episodes. I just
like couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I watched a lot.
I think ER was another one, but that's a drama fucking.
See, I used to watch Full House when I was a kid, and then that's right before. Then I found Simpsons, so then it was Simpsons took up that block because they were on at the same time. So I stopped watching Full House, started watching Simpsons, which at that point I think I was still watching like because that's back when like TGIF had like Full House and Step by Step, and like they had all like the Great Family. Like I think Home Improvement was part of that at one point. No.
No, I think they were like Wednesday or Thursday.
God, dude, I have Home Improvement on my hard drive. I want to start watching that. I love that show. That show's amazing.
Somebody called it Tool Time. They're like, I'm not going to call it Home Improvement. I'm going to call it Tool Time.
I mean, I understand. I think either Tool Time or Home Improvement. I think you can get away with because for 9 seasons or whatever, how long it is, you heard the name Tool Time in every episode.
Yeah, his new show is about to come to an end this season.
After one revival.
Yeah.
Damn liberals destroying conservative comedy family shows.
I think it was 2 or 3 years. I think it was like 2 or 3 years on the new network.
Yeah, no, it's been on there at least a few.
Yeah.
They had the episode where Tim the Toolman Taylor came and he
his own stuff, yeah. And they looked like 2 guys. Even Al showed up.
But they have their own show now on History Channel.
Yeah.
Where they restore shit.
That's cool. I like that.
They should have gotten the name Tool Time, but I'm sure it's licensed by Disney or whoever owns it.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get into our first film.
Yes, let's. Which is because we're doing it by release, which is Terminator, which came out in '84. So for each of these movies, I'll kind of just do the quick rundown we typically do, and then we can just jump into it. Also, spoilers.
If you haven't seen these movies, what is your problem? Okay.
What the fuck?
Beyond spoiler alert, you suck. You should have watched them. If you haven't watched them, eat the spoilers. Go watch them. Otherwise, fuck off.
All right. So, October 26, 1984, movie by the name of The Terminator comes out. It's directed by James Cameron. Runtime of 107 minutes. Budget for this was crazy to think about. Only $6.4 million for the movie.
Whoa, really?
Now that doesn't include the reshoots for a couple of the scenes that they did that Cameron had to pay out of pocket. I did have
that note somewhere in here.
So, box office 78 million. I just want to bring up Cameron for a second because as much as I can't stand this dude, like I think he's kind of a tool.
Or
For
prima
one,
donna.
talk about never giving up when you're little. This guy is on his 5th marriage, so good on you, champ.
And he married two out of the two of his wives were in this fucking thing right here.
What are you talking about? Well,
Galen Hurd, Galen Hurd, and Linda Hamilton
Who
were
did
both his
Galen
wives.
Hurd play?
That's the producer.
Oh, so okay. You said in the.
She's also in the Walking Dead. Fucking.
Fuck, I didn't
her?
realize he was married to Linda Hamilton.
So wait, he left Galen Hurd for Linda Hamilton.
Probably.
No, he had to have, because he was married to Linda
probably.
Hamilton during Terminator 2, I believe, was release.
Yeah, and he was married to Galen Hurd after this was made. Not during, but after.
Yeah, because she was a producer on this for sure. Yeah. I remember seeing that name too. Yeah, Jesus.
So, but
Dude
James
must be
Cameron,
unbearable.
this fucking guy. I was looking at
this fucking guy.
I was looking at his early work, and so his first movie, Piranha 2: The Spawning, whatever.
Yeah, The Spawning.
1984, Terminator comes out, which he I don't know why. No, I think he wrote and directed.
It's pretty revolutionary for its time too, man.
Exactly.
In its grittiness, the action, the way it's filmed. I mean, it holds up still. A lot of like the chase scene through downtown LA.
Yeah.
Between Schwarzenegger and Kyle Reese and her in the car, like
with the fantastic music that was being played.
Yeah, dude, some really like the score is beautiful. I mean, he's a good director.
So you got 84 Terminator comes out 2 years after Aliens. 90, so that's 86. 91 Terminator 2, 94 True Lies, and then 97 Titanic. Like, this guy's track record for box office fucking blockbuster movies is insane.
Then since then it's been Avatar.
Yeah. Could give
which I mean has made Avatar, how much money? Though?
Oh, it's made.
How long is Avatar? How old is Avatar now?
Yeah, but he's filming the other two now. He's doing it Matrix style.
The other two are done.
Well, post processing takes 28 years, so because it's mainly it's nothing but CGI except for the occasional stupid Sam Worthington's face shot.
But so obviously Terminator stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. You have Michael Biehn. Is that how you say his name?
Bain.
Mm-hmm.
And Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. So that's kind of your main cast.
Linda Hamilton Cameron for a while.
Yeah. No, she kept her name.
But yeah, we could just jump into the movie. Or Alex, do you have any info about?
I would like to say one thing about how he came up with the idea. It was during it was during Piranha 2 when he got fired. He was in Rome after he fucking spent all his money to go out there and fucking try to see if he could become a part of the editing team for the movie. And he was like scrounging for money. He didn't have no fucking money. He started getting sick, and he came up with the idea of like in a feverish dream. And that's where he found this fucking exoskeleton fucking trying to chase him in the kitchen with knives. And it was crawling on the floor, and that's where he came up with the idea. That's one of the things I found, which was kind of cool. One of the other things is Bill Paxton is in this one, and he's also in our next movie that we're going to talk about. Small little cameos. Yes,
he's also in True Lies.
Yeah, but he's not in Twins out of this week.
I like how the dude who's the bad guy from Cobra, the main villain, is also the guy who talked where he's like, laundry day, nothing clean, huh?
Yeah.
He's the bad guy from Cobra, and he's Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah, I like that guy because he's also in Weird Science.
Oh, well, going to well.
Oh no! Wait! He's not in Weird Science.
No. Basic premise is one is sent back. Two beings are sent back to the future. One is a T-800 cybernetic organism, which is a exoskeleton robot covered in human breathing flesh. The other is a human sent back to protect a person. One is sent to kill, obviously, the robot, the Terminator. The subject is Sarah Connor, and the entire concept in the movie being Sarah Connor will spawn basically the savior of the human race once the robots take over and there is the robot apocalypse. So they figure that since the humans in the present have now won the war, they got to go back in time to try to kill him before he's even born, the leader, to stop the entire resistance. So that's the basic premise. My opinion on it, watching it again, is it's. I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, to be honest with you. But it's still an amazing movie. What's that?
It's been a long time for me as well.
Yeah, if you look at kind of what I mean, not even in the CG. Like, in my opinion, at the end when they show the Terminator exoskeleton itself, that looked like shit. But the laser beams, the lighting, the models they use when they film when they're flying over, all of that shit was beautifully done. I think his directorial, he's one of the better action directors. I don't think he gets enough credit for how well he does action.
Regardless of how the CG looks at the beginning of the movie, well, that's one thing I found is at the beginning of the movie, that CG was kind of shitty, but it was also back in the 80s, and we haven't seen shit like that. And
well, certain things were great, certain things were so. Like the lightning coming off the car when they both when he gets sent in, the lightning's done awesomely. It always has been. It's just there's limitations, and I think one of the things is how do you can't, obviously there is no life exoskeleton metal that we built, so it's actors dealing with a shitty old green screen.
There's also something else I found.
Good.
There was actually supposed to be two fucking heroes that show up. One of them was supposed to be materialized into the fire escape, but then they said, no, wait, you can't do that because of the physics of how you're doing it, where the ball eliminates all the stuff around it. Yeah. And they're like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. So they eliminated this other person. There was supposed to be two that came back, Kyle Reese and some other guy.
Just completely because they couldn't.
He's just like stuck in a fire.
Because they were trying to find a way to materialize him where he died showing up. But they said, no, you can't do that because this guy shows up and this guy shows up and everything around them is a bubble that
well, you just show him in the ocean.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he drowns.
It's in fucking California.
One of the things that was racking my brain rewatching this movie, and I looked up videos on paradoxes and still don't understand it. So Kyle Reese is told by John Connor in the future that he needs to go back in time to protect his mom because they're aware that they're sending a T-800. Is it a T-800?
Yes.
He volunteered.
A T-800. Yeah, but basically there's a mission that's needed to protect John Connor's mom. So he goes back in time and ends up becoming John Connor's father. So in my head, I'm like, if it's a paradox, did John Connor have a different dad, and through them messing with time, they essentially erased him?
See, no, I think the truth of it is you don't have John Connor without the apocalypse. Like the way they're trying to stop the robot apocalypse, but without that, you don't have Kyle Reese born into the war and raised into the war, because Kyle Reese has never seen LA for what it was. He's never seen a regular world. So the idea being if you don't have the robot apocalypse, you don't have Kyle Reese connecting with John Connor. Therefore, you don't have John Connor sending him back, so you don't have John Connor being made.
I also thought of if the fucking Terminators, if the cybernetics didn't try to go back in time, were they the reason why John Connor was born? Like why?
Well, that's also part of the paradox. Like Skynet is always going to happen, no matter what.
Well, but you got to realize that if it doesn't happen, John Connor doesn't happen. Right. There's no need for a savior if there is no apocalypse. You got to remember, John Connor is only born out of necessity. He's only born because the world needed him. Had the apocalypse not happened, she would have had Billy with some other dude.
Yeah.
But this set of circumstances created John.
But the first one to come back was the Terminator, not Kyle. So
correct.
In the computer actually fucked up themselves by sending the computer back.
Yeah.
And
well, the thing is, you got to remember it says that they had lost the war already. So this is literally the last ditch effort. That's why there is no coming back. This is, we're sending you out there, go fucking destroy them because we're done here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my thought at the end of the movie. Was like wait, if they wouldn't have never sent anybody, John Connor would have never been born.
Nope.
And they would have won.
Well, no, they'd already lost. You got to remember, when they send the original T-800 out, they have lost the war in the present time.
Okay.
Or in the future, however you want to look at it. That is at the point where the machines have now lost the war, so they send that T-800 back in time to try the last-ditch effort, which is finding Sarah Connor, killing her so John Connor can never be born, therefore there never being a resistance.
I can't. This is my brain is just.
But that's where the whole time loop starts.
Okay.
Because if they wouldn't have done, but it's a time loop.
But I have looked it up though. It's a casual loop. It's not a closed loop, so it's not constantly happening.
Okay.
It's A makes B happen because B makes A happen, which is really weird.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll tell you what. Let's break the mental math right now. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to show you. This is what I found. This.
Oh no.
This is very much.
Is this what you've been waiting to do?
This is I don't know because I pulled out the VHS, and so this might be from my VHS copy. Maybe it's an extended cut that I don't remember ever seeing this one before.
I got to turn the volume up on this.
Turn it up a little. It's a little low.
I'm done dancing.
Yeah, I saw this, and let's see if you guys catch it.
That's fucking crazy. That wasn't in my version. And I watched the director's cut.
She can't take it. She's like, I gotta go.
She's ducking down. I was trying
out.
to. Whoever that guy must have been trying to provide her cover.
Oh no.
But that's
like,
it.
That guy's waving arms, knocked my shit on the floor. I gotta go pick it up.
So that whole thing spawned from Jen and I were watching it, and I was like, these fucking people, the way they dance, like before they even get in the nightclub, I was like, I guarantee it's gonna be a bunch of white people fucking dancing like this. And I go, just like the dude from Wedding Singer dances. And sure enough, you go through this scene, and and they're literally doing the same stupid dance I just made. So I was like, I got the green screen up, let's try it.
If you're an audio listener and you're wondering what we just saw, check out our YouTube page, please.
It'll be up there.
That's all you're getting.
That's all you're gonna get for now. But yeah, no, I don't know. I really like this movie. I think this movie, because of the like gross out factor of the time of him removing the eye tissue and the eyeball, opening up his hand a little bit and doing surgery, like it's a much grittier movie than number 2, where it's like old LA, gritty nighttime LA. Like, but once again, the way he films the car chases.
You already knew he was a robot, so it didn't fucking matter. He didn't have to show you that.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like I think, but people don't give this movie enough credit for being an awesome, revolutionary, in my opinion, action sci-fi movie.
Yeah, and I would also argue this movie does dabble in a bit of a horror element too.
Yeah,
much more so than the second one for sure.
Yeah,
because when he like the very beginning, he's just a serial killer when he's hunting down the Sarah Connors.
So this image right here. Did you guys notice something? I noticed it on the Prime view that I was watching. When he goes to fucking take the X-Acto knife to pop his eye.
Yeah, it's missing.
Yeah, the blade is missing.
When it's really him.
When he goes up. Yeah, that was something that was like funny to me. Because were they really worried that Arnold's big ass arms couldn't stop a blade from going into his eye?
I mean, I think they were just worried in general. Like, what if he fucking sneezes?
Yeah.
Like
I also when I was younger, I didn't understand when I watched this movie why he looked weird and just suddenly didn't have eyebrows. And then obviously you watch it as you get older and you realize it's because of the explosion scene.
Yep.
And it's crazy because that's sort of a small detail that a lot of movies nowadays are just like, it's fine.
Schwarzenegger with no eyebrows is terrifying, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's scary.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Not a good look.
But it's funny because you get a small detail like that, and you're like, "That's crazy that they did that." And then you get Commando, which we will talk about.
Well, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I think
I like Commando too, though.
let's wrap up Terminator 1. If you obviously haven't seen it, go see it. It's a classic. I hold it up in there in the same regard as like Escape from New York. Like when you're talking sci-fi action, like Aliens, like Alien. There's only a few movies that early on that really did some cool shit like that. And Terminator 1, I think, really does. As much as I love Terminator 2, it deserves a lot of credit.
I've got two things I want to ask you guys first. Did you know anybody else they considered for the lead role?
I would imagine Stallone.
Well, see, I could have swore I read that Schwarzenegger was supposed to be lead, and then he was supposed to play Reese, and then they were gonna have was it OJ for the Terminator?
The Juice.
That was my second question, but yes.
Okay,
but they thought he was too nice to play Terminator.
The Juice, yeah, too nice. It almost beheaded.
And then he ends up fucking being convicted of crimes later, or not convicted, but whatever.
No, the glove didn't fit.
All right, so that was my number two. So my number one was somebody they considered for the lead role was Randy Quaid.
Oh God, for Reese?
Can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine if it would have been Randy Quaid and fucking O.J. Simpson playing Kyle Reese in Terminator?
It would have been literally the loaded weapon of sci-fi horror or sci-fi action movies.
I will say, in an alternate universe, I would have loved to see what it would be to see if this movie stuck to its like kind of sci-fi like dark horror mentality and kind of progressed through that with the like. I wonder what a T2 would be like if it, because obviously Arnold blew up. Yeah, no. Arnold blew up, so T2 was always going to be a more action packed.
Yeah, because he had already at
like
that point
adrenaline shot.
Yeah.
Also, there's something that follows the next two movies that we're gonna watch. I'll Be Back is in every fucking movie.
Well, that became his tagline.
Yeah, that became his tagline.
But but 84, 85, and then 88. Those are only
Yeah, but he created that line. That wasn't in the script. It said it was written. No, Cameron created. He wrote "I'll be back," and then Schwarzenegger argued with him. And was like, it should be I will be back.
Yeah,
and he was like, no, he's like, it's not going to sound right. And he's like, Schwarzenegger's basically like, all right, we'll try it.
Cameron's like, look, you meathead, just say the fucking line.
Look, you're 260 pounds of muscle, not the fucking mouth.
And then everybody always says, I'll be back instead of I will be back or I'll be back. And he actually says in the movie, I'll be back. He doesn't say I'll be back. It's just he says it and everybody uses his.
Well, you got to remember, though, it's not just from that movie. I mean, he started using that in every fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, look at Commando. I'll be back. Like, he says it all snappy.
Yeah, he goes, I'll be back.
So before, I guess, we give it the out of the 10, let's, who would you recast as Terminator, Schwarzenegger, Kyle Reese, and Sarah Connor?
Let me go first real quick. I couldn't figure out anything.
You're gonna take Samara Weaving, you bastard. I know.
No, I could not figure out anything for this. But it would have been funny to see Randy Quaid and fucking O.J. Simpson. I'm just gonna say that after reading that, I think that would have been funny.
Who was O.J. supposed to?
The Terminator. The Juice was supposed to be on the Juice.
So that would have been.
He actually doesn't he much more fit the liquid metal though with the knife arms, since he beheaded his wife.
Because he can run too and.
Oh shit! I stabbed her to death.
So I from my end, I think those two would have been funny just to fucking see because I read about it but I could not find anything.
So we have to.
I like Arnold.
Also, you have to replace them with actors of the time.
Yeah,
it's not just any generation. You can't do Liev Schreiber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're gonna do that, we'll make it a little easier because you could choose the same 9. You could choose the same 9 fucking meatheads for every movie is in. So
to replace Arnold for real.
It doesn't have to be a big buff guy. Like, who do you think could be in that role? That can make something of it. Like this is really weird. But in my head, I'm like, I can see a Terminator character being like, this is gonna sound really weird, but like, maybe if he bulked up a bit, like John Hamm, like someone who's kind of like a little stocky, obviously not as big as Arnold.
I mean, if you're going to use that,
he knew what he was getting into.
I think if you were going to use John Hamm, in my opinion, you'd have to use him as like part of his motif is like he hides behind like a slick back corporate, almost Agent Smith look.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Drinks a lot of fucking bourbon.
I see. For me, I do feel like, because I'm stuck in the tradition of it, I do feel that the Terminator, even though the newest Terminator movies had a Terminator who was like just a skinny Spanish dude, and he did a great job.
The newest ones.
And Liquid Metal, Robert Patrick did a great job. But I don't know, man. When you think of like the actual Terminator, like, I don't know, I'd have to have somebody that's got some size. Like, I don't need the Mountain, but I need somebody that's got some bulk on them. Like, and the problem is because, quote unquote toxic masculinity is an attack on our freedoms. Hollywood isn't producing big hulking action stars, so you're limited to what's there. Like, in my opinion, you want to recast Kyle Reese, Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to go easy, do Ryan Reynolds for him. Sarah Connor, I'm gonna go Samara Weaving. Depending on, I mean, at her age now, she fits Terminator 1 Sarah Connor.
Okay.
See, that's the problem. Is recasting the Terminator for me is something that I don't want to do. Like, it's like Schwarzenegger's the fucking Terminator, man. Like, it's as simple as that. And I can't get away from like having some bulk on the actor. So like, if I'm thinking about back then, Jesse the Body Ventura. You don't give him a single line in the fucking movie though.
Okay.
You can't hear us. I was a Navy SEAL. I live off the grid. I'm in Mexico 6 months out of the year. No, you can't give him a single line in the movie though, because other than that, like, think about like.
I grew up watching him on wrestling, so I heard him talk all the time, and I didn't like that.
But here's the thing: like, if it's 1984, what year was Kane Hodder active? Because at that point, if the actor's not even going to be doing a fucking voice, was Kane Hodder a stuntman yet?
Let's see.
I think also for Sarah Connor, I could see what the fuck is her name? Like Toni Collette. Didn't
she just die?
No, Toni Collette's still alive.
Not Toni Collette. Tanya something.
Tanya Harding?
No, the one that was in the White Snake.
Tawani or something like that.
Yeah, whatever the fuck her name is.
She just died today. Yeah. From White Snake videos.
Yeah, probably drug induced.
Yeah, Toni Collette.
She actually had her shit together. She was working on a really good program.
I know who Toni Collette is. Okay, now
someone who's like really good at like just being hysterical or like freaking out.
Well, I also know that like Alex hates her, but for like, if you're going for the Terminator 2 Sarah Connor,
which one?
I'd say Charlotte Flair.
It's not that I don't hate. It's not that I hate her. I hate how fake she's becoming.
But she's in great shape. She's a decent actress because you hate her so much. What she's going for, that's like her whole gimmick. Hate me.
Like, no, I like the gimmick she portrays.
I think if they can get her acting proper, she'd be a better fucking Sarah Connor than Girl from Game of Thrones. And not Lena Headey, because she was Sarah Connor in the TV show.
I was gonna say that the one that the
Khaleesi, Khaleesi. Sarah is 5'1" nothing piece of shit of a human is Sarah Connor. Get the fuck out of my face. You lump of flesh.
Didn't the other one play in a Terminator movie or a TV show?
Lena Headey, yeah, she was Sarah Connor.
No, the one that was the mother of she was the mother of the fucking asshole kid.
Lena Headey.
No, that's Lena Headey.
And then the other one was actually in the Terminator. The dragon.
Khaleesi was in Terminator, and Lena Headey was Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
So they both were a part of that shit.
Thank you for that instant replay, Alex.
Sorry, man. I was trying to figure out which ones were which.
That's Amelia.
I don't know both their names, so that's why I was.
I forgot Khaleesi's name. Amelia. She's okay, I guess.
There you go.
Amelia Estevez.
Anybody got anything else they want to say about T1 before we go and wrap it up and give it the auto?
Oh, another person I could see as a Arnold is Idris Elba in the role of a Terminator.
But he's so old now. Like that's the
Well,
problem
yeah,
with
now.
that's the
But
problem
if
with
he
Idris.
shaves, he shaves. He's got that going.
He's got that going 10 years ago. I mean, go watch Hobbs and Shaw and tell me he hasn't aged. I mean, that's the problem is like that's why everybody talks about him for being Bond. Yeah, you're absolutely right. 10 years ago. Right now, he's in his late 40s, I believe. I mean, that's I mean, but I don't know. Was Idris Elba active in '84? I mean, that's 30 years ago.
Good question.
I think he was a doorman for SNL in '84.
He's English. I don't know if he was working for SNL. Maybe
well, no, he actually was a doorman for SNL.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, for the 30 Rock building.
See, I see. Like in '84, who do you even have that could Ferrigno's Terminator? You know what I mean? Like, who do you have in '84 that like would be a good like Stephen Lang, Rutger Howard, or Hauer? I mean, what do you have going in '84? Stephen Lang was in really great shape. He was young at the time. If you ever want to see Stephen Lang young as kind of a weird sadistic villain, oh fuck, it's something about I think the Good Cop or whatever it is, where it's Michael J. Fox and James Woods.
James Woods.
All right, so what are we out of 10? What is the thing?
Well, this one's got to be T1000s. No, T800.
T800. So we'll do the
T800s.
exoskeletons. Yeah, I think we should just do that across the board
Yeah, we'll do that
For this one or for all four?
for all Terminator, all Schwarzenegger
Okay.
movies. We'll just do
right.
T800 exoskeletons.
T800s because it's consistent. Yeah.
So Terminator
All right.
1. Oh, sorry, Liz.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Remember, this is your rating out of what you hold it in, and I did it 1 out of 10 in your rating because obviously we're gonna hold certain movies nostalgia in our heart higher than others. But who wants to go first?
I'll go. This is a hard one for me because I do really like the film, but coming up as a kid, this always rated real low at the list of like movies of his I'd watch, especially after T2 came out, which was in my opinion is a much better movie. And I'm not knocking number 1 at all. It's just not only do you get a bigger budget, you get cooler action, you get Schwarzenegger as the good guy. I will say there's a lot of cool throwback stuff that we could talk about, like the scene in T1 where Schwarzenegger gets thrown through the plate glass window, and then gets the same the way it's filmed. He hits the ground. He's on the ground. It's filmed the same way they film it in T2 when Liquid Metal throws him through the mall window. A lot of cool throwback shit to they basically did again in T2 but refined it. I don't know, man. For me, I'm gonna give this one a 6 because I really do like it, and it's not even about the quality. It's just I think back to like we've got 12 movies and we've got to eliminate some, and I mean I'm not even gonna lie, Twins might be around the same, maybe a little higher, but yeah, I'm gonna go 6 on this one.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. For me, this movie also falls on the lower side for me. It's not a movie. It's not like an immediate movie I think of Arnold Schwarzenegger in, even though he's in it and I know of it. It just doesn't immediately pop in my head. But this movie did stick with me when I was younger because, like we said, the like creep out factors in this movie are very like horror vibey.
Yeah.
Which now, being older and being appreciating horror as much as I do, I do really like this movie. But it would probably, to me, in Arnold's filmography, sit at about like a 5 out of 10. It's jarring kind of watching this movie and jumping to T2. It's like totally different.
It's almost like they remade
also,
the first movie, but changed so much shit up. Like the same premise is the same.
How many years passed in between though?
7.
Okay.
Like the thing about it is it's like it's the same movie in a lot of respects. 2 warriors sent back.
84, 91.
They don't let you know who the good guy is right away. One is to protect, one is to kill. This time both of them are machines, which is different. But like, think of all the shit that they retread in the second one. There's a lot of stuff that they redo that's from the first one. They had better technology and bigger budget. So Cameron was like, no, fuck it. We're doing it. The truck chase, Schwarzenegger in Terminator 1 gets into the gasoline tanker, starts chasing them.
Yeah.
In T2, it's Liquid Metal with the liquid nitrogen. There's a lot of little shit that he basically said, no, we're going to do this again, but better. Everything from, I mean, the entire chase, one of my favorite scenes in any movie ever is the helicopter chase scene in T2 up into the steel factory, or the steel mill. It's a amazing, and when we'll get into Terminator 2, so I don't want to talk about that, that'll be down the line, but, sorry, go on. I think it's
so. You said 5, Anthony?
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
So for me, this was one of the first movies I've ever seen Arnold in. And there was like the scene where which is behind me. That's why I picked it. Was when the flies were like landing on his eyes and shit, and like landing on him, and he's like, "Hey, you got a dead body in there? It's a dead cat or something like that."
Yeah, the fact that Cameron shows that it's basically a decomposing carcass at this point.
Yeah, and then you also get Kyle Reese saying, "Yeah, they have real skin. They they have real blood. Everything is real about them, but they're fucking metal inside." It was pretty fucking cool for me to see that kind of shit. I'm gonna go with 6 as well because it's still not the fucking greatest thing. Because now that when I see it again, the opening scene, you could tell how fucking cheesy it was. But regardless of all that, that was the first time that they ever had that kind of technology being used for me, and in the 80s for that kind of a fucking show, and how that how all that went through. The acting was some of the actors were really shit to me. What's his name? Fucking Hendrickson.
Oh yeah, him and the other guy were terrible because like his buddy just gets gunned down and he's like, "Hey, you son of a bitch!"
Ed! And then he gets the chemistry between the two of those, and I know both those actors. It kind of pisses me off now, but back then I didn't know who they were, so I was like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome."
You know what movie I actually just bought, which has Lance Henriksen in it on iTunes, is fucking Hard Target. Fucking Van Damme.
I thought you were gonna say Pumpkinhead.
No, Hard Target. Much better movie.
Or Rawhead Rex.
Definitely.
Oh, God.
Pumpkinhead's a beautiful movie.
I actually just started watching The Prophecy as well because I know my wife won't watch it with me. So
I like that.
I love the first one.
I like that. That's with fucking Walken, right?
Yeah, and Viggo Mortensen too, when one of his earlier roles,
like
Casey from the Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh shit!
He's the main guy in the movie, the guy that played Casey in the first Ninja Turtles movie.
I'm gonna have to go with 6 T800s. And also with the trivia I found out about it, going through it, it made me fucking like the movie a little more. Otherwise, it would have been like a 4 or 5. But I liked what I fucking saw the second. Or not.
Well, there's a bunch of shit loaded in there. Like when he breaks the window in the car, in the like tan car of his, it's real glass, and they didn't tell him.
Mm-hmm.
He literally punches and he cut his hand up and shit because he punched through it, and then like you can even see it when he gets in and he closes the door. You can see it's not sugar glass, it's fucking hanging window glass. And yeah, he legitimately punched through the fucking thing, like, and they had to replace it and everything, I believe, because I don't think it was even their car. I think that was the scene that Cameron filmed himself with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing about this, Cameron's not shy. Terminator 2, the whole helicopter chase scene, they wouldn't insure it. So he's in the cockpit. Those scenes in the cockpit, that's him in the helicopter with that guy. Yep.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, because they wouldn't insure anybody to film it. So he's like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
They saw fucking what's it called? Oh god. What's that one fucking not Tales from the Dark Side or whatever? Tales from the
Crypt.
Oh, Twilight Zone. There you go. Twilight Zone the movie. With the helicopter accident.
Oh, Vic
man. I mean,
and they're like, we're not gonna fucking do any more helicopter scenes. Fuck you.
You're talking about a guy with balls of steel, though. I mean, he goes thousands of feet under the sea, go examine sunken ships. Like,
he might have
fuck that dude.
To be away from one of his 5 wives. We don't know.
That would never be me, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but no, deep water scares the shit out of me.
Oh yeah.
Like fuck, and that humans aren't meant to go that deep.
Nope.
Like, unless I'm with Steve Zissou, I'm out. All right. You guys want to take a quick break before the next one, or you want to just move on? Actually, let's take a quick break, yeah?
All right.
Were you done with Terminator 1, Lewis?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll be right back with you guys. Actually, you won't even notice. All right, guys. Lewis, when you get some time and some quiet, feel free to go, baby.
All right, and on to the second movie. This movie came out in 1985.
85.
1 year after. It's crazy to think he went from Terminator to Commando.
See, but that just shows you how much longer it took to film Terminator. Because that means Terminator was realistically, when was that actually filmed? 82?
Production started. Yeah, it was around 81, 82.
Yeah, so they start filming 81, let's say, right? So that means Schwarzenegger at that point, because you can see a difference in his build between 81 and 80, or I'm sorry, 80 whenever they filmed it, so 81 to 85 when Commando came out. He clearly looks older. So, like, there's definitely a few years in between.
Not so much older, just more mature and
almost like he was 28. Like, well, how old was he when he filmed in 84, or when he filmed in 81? How old was Schwarzenegger? Does it say?
So 47 to 81. Shit, he was like, what, 40 something already?
No, dude. Like,
he was born in 47.
So he's 72 years old. So we're in 2020. So that's 30 years is 1980. So to 81. So he was like 40.
How 40 something.
How fucking how crazy is that to think that when he filmed Terminator, he was 40.
And he still looked young.
But here's the thing though, there's a big that can't be right. I know he was 72 in 2019 on top of it.
Yeah, he was 41.
Well, I mean, you also got to realize in his career, within the span of that pocket of 10 years from Commando, I'm just looking at Commando, Raw Deal, Predator, Twins, Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Last Action Hero, True Lies.
Okay, so
by the time he hit Kindergarten Cop, he started showing age.
When they filmed Terminator 1, he was 36. For Terminator 2, he was 43. But I mean, to be that, like, think about nowadays when you think about the modern actor as they age, like man, woman, they all turn to soup.
Lots of fucking belly.
But Schwarzenegger was in his fucking prime, in his mid-30s and beyond. Like, he didn't hit his real stride until his well, that's not true. He was very popular from his bodybuilding. But in his acting career, his stride didn't come in until his mid-30s. And really didn't take off. I mean, Terminator 1, in the 80s, he had that 10-year stretch. And the problem with his career is, like, he had Terminator 2, which is, like, his pinnacle. And then, like, he had, like, I mean, there's movies that are on the list for the upcoming months, whether it be Eraser. There was another movie that we didn't get to do, which I'm actually really fucking disappointed about, or do we have it on the list? End of Days. I don't believe we do.
We do not have End of Days.
We don't.
That is a movie that
I still have not seen
about.
this, so I'm surprised that didn't make it. Yeah.
So what can we boot for End of Days? I don't think anything, really.
Right, let's see.
No, maybe in one of the weeks coming up, we'll do honorable mentions, like quick reviews.
I'm down with that because that is one of my favorites of his. But I mean, you know, like, yeah, his real stride was when he was kind of, you know, already getting to the point where a lot of actors are slowing down at this point.
So Commando comes out a year after. This one's directed by Mark L. Lester, which if you say really sounds like molester. 90 minutes long, budget of $9 million. This made $57.5 million. This is clearly when.
How much again? How much did they spend on it?
9.
This one, it was $9 million.
Okay, and they made. I'm sorry, I missed that.
58.
57.
Okay. One thing you didn't say is I believe this was co-written or written by Steven DeSouza, who did.
Yes.
He was a big guy, writer in the '80s for action flick.
Yeah, and he wrote for Die Hard, Commando, Judge Dredd, and you got to realize, like, this Terminator is the kickoff of Arnold's, like, that 10 years from, like, mid 80s to mid 90s is just
made him, like, a lot of money,
non-stop powerhouse movies. And this is what's it?
Do you realize that guy's only 2 years older than Arnold? Or no, he's 2 years younger than Arnold, and he looks like fucking ass.
Who?
Compared to Arnold, Steve E. DeSouza.
Oh, yeah, he's a writer. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, he probably survived on pork rinds and.
Yeah, but
Fritos.
but if you look at the pictures of him to Arnold now to him now, even if this video I'm looking at is like back, Jesus Christ, he looks like fucking the Crypt Keeper. Not Arnold, but the writer. Holy
I mean,
shit.
Steven
Arnold's
DeSouza.
not looking so great nowadays, but
he still looks good.
He still looks pretty good for 73.
Yeah.
DeSouza was like in a dark room in his apartment writing scripts, stressing
it shows.
and stress eating, and Arnold was doing blow off the maid's ass while eating the best food you could fucking get. So yeah, no. I'll give DeSouza a pass.
How many kids can I get from my maid?
I just couldn't. There she was. She's dusting the lanterns, and I turned the corner.
Movie. Actually, we've gotten to the second movie, and that's the first time you did an Arnold voice.
You really can't. You can't do a ton for Terminator.
It took that long.
The problem, besides like "fuck you, asshole."
Yeah.
Actually, he does. Yeah, he does have a lot of lines. Steven DeSouza directed Street Fighter. Just throwing that out there.
Oh.
That movie's garbage, bro.
Just so people can understand what I'm looking at.
I love it, but it's garbage.
I'm looking at a clip of Steve DeSouza, and he looks like how Darth Vader looks like when he takes off the mask.
Why are you obsessed with him?
I'm looking at him, and that's what it looks like. It looks like fucking the Darth Vader. All right, so
we just had one viewer was like, they mentioned my dad. Oh, they're talking shit about him.
And then there's one viewer who's like, there's gonna comment, yeah, fuck DeSouza. Lethal Weapon 3 was shit.
So
I'm not knocking it for what he did, but
in Commando, the most like G.I. Joe generic character named John Matrix.
Oh, come on, tell me the Matrix. But they don't call him, like, he only says John in a few scenes. It's Matrix, all right? Let's get it right. It's Matrix.
It's all calling him Matrix, yeah.
John, no, I'll be waiting, John.
Matrix?
Man, I asked you in text, but in the movie, do they really bring up his wife?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's a short. So it is in the movie where they talks about she died when Jenny was born. In the unrated cut, he goes into detail where like he's talking to her when they're driving, and this is when he's driving, and he's like, you know,
he's talking to Cindy or the daughter.
Cindy, and he's like, Cindy. You know, when she was this age, I was in Laos. When she was in this age, and he's like, I was never there, and like I promised that we were gonna start over, and blah. And then, like,
when did the director's cut come out?
Oh, it's within the past, I want to say decade, if not.
Because the thing is,
less. I
remember that scene, and I've seen this movie when it came out, like pretty close to when it came out in '85.
See, I don't know if they showed. I mean, the scene is in the rated version. It's just extended in this one. So it's like what you get in the rated version is when like she's driving. There's a short snippet of a little bit of extra like dialogue between them two. And then when he's like leaving and he's driving, he talks about how he was always gone when Jenny was growing up. Let's also talk about his transphobia for a second in this movie.
Yes, right at the beginning.
To be hip with the culture. Why don't they just call him Girl George? Save all the confusion. So, that nowadays is one of those things where like I'm sorry, but if I remade the fucking movie, that joke would be in there. I'd figure it out. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the audience. Fuck your feelings. I want 80s movies to be remade in the same bloody, horrible, tone deaf way they were always fucking made. Why? Because that's why they were fucking good. And then like the movie starts out with basically one of the most confusing scenes, because it's like it starts off with soldiers being killed, and they don't overtly explain what's going on.
Exactly.
Like you see Bennett get blown up, and then the dude in the dealership's like, "Hey, this car's amazing," and then you literally have to be like, "But did he just steal the car? Or was that guy a target?" But he was clearly a target by how the camera zooms in on his face at the end of the scene.
Yeah.
So you watch those guys get killed, and then fucking fast forward to goddamn Schwarzenegger with an entire tree. He's just like walking through the forest like, yeah, it's a beautiful day. He's got the serious look on his face. Yeah, and then like he's chopping wood, and then like he sees her in the reflection.
He's chopping wood and using a chainsaw.
But the music goes from dun 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 dun, dun like all fucking tense to like Daisy bubblegum drops when like Jenny comes into the image.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, like right as they're fishing and like petting the deer, it goes back to like Thunderstrike death music. Like I don't get the soundtrack decision making when he was doing it. Like, and then I'm thinking like when they're eating ice cream and she jumped like in his face, and he's like,
it's the same flavor of ice cream, by the way, that they're both eating.
But his reaction is like, "Oh, you got them in the face." My dad would have been like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What are you doing?" And he would have hit mine on the ground. Like, let's be real.
It's also back in the 80s where every movie, like now movies are like, they save the score for like a crescendo or something.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, like the mixer guy was like, no, we're just going to play that sax music just really loud throughout every scene in the movie. I don't care if he's pissing in the
saxophone
bathroom.
Was a really in-demand instrument in the 80s.
You said something about it through one of our text messages, and I was listening I was watching a movie with both my headphones on, and I'm trying to finish the movie and shit, and I kept hearing something. I was like, what the fuck's that sound? And I took one ear off, and I was like, what the fuck? Is one of my kids screaming? It was the fucking saxophone.
Well, there was a sax man. Came from Tennessee.
Sounded like one of my kids fucking yelling from the other room.
Saxophone.
This movie, jumping from Cameron to Mark Molester. This movie definitely has some bad scenes in it. Which
what? I love this movie. I'm gonna fight you.
No. I love it too. There's some badly edited scenes.
Oh God, piss poorly.
So real quick, you guys are 85. How old were you?
Dead. I wasn't even sperm. I don't think that.
So in 85, I was 9 years old. I actually saw the movie. This to me, seeing it for the first time, same as Terminator. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking uncharted territory.
That's how I felt when I first saw him growing up. I mean, don't get me wrong, like you gotta remember, my movie journey basically started, it was kids stuff, and then I hopped to the hardcore with Terminator 2, and Terminator 2 led me on a journey through Schwarzenegger's catalog, so every movie that he had ever been in, I immediately ate up. So, like, it was him first, and then it was like, oh, who's Stallone? And, oh, this is Rambo, and who's this, and this, and,
You guys are part of the Blockbuster era. I didn't have Blockbuster. I had Sam's Video over at the corner of fucking Damon and fucking
Sam and
Roscoe.
his videos.
So when I would go there was only 4 copies of each movie. And and we had to become friends with him in order for us to get a call saying, hey, I got the movie and come here in 5 minutes and it's yours. So we would race to the fucking corner and fucking get the movie.
Well, so when I say the bad edits in this movie, it's easy for me to poke fun at them now. Obviously, stunt work and all that is.
But for the time, it was groundbreaking.
Here's the thing: you have to blame the hairdresser for the way they cut his hair, because that's why the wigs look so. They look like pumpkin. They were so awkward on the stuntman's heads.
It does look like bugs on his head.
So those, and obviously we can make fun of the Porsche scene.
Yes,
but
big one.
When you look at this movie versus the movie that came before it, which was a lesser budget film, granted it was by 20th Century Fox. This is by Orion Pictures, who just fucked off in
Orion did a lot of fun 80s movies, but they did a lot of shit too.
But it's crazy to see that this was a bigger budget film that wasn't as tight of like a finite production as the Terminator was. Because the stunt work, it's hit or miss. Stunt work in the 80s is like blah blah blah.
I mean, you
get to that Porsche scene and it's like, this is bad.
I mean, the Porsche scene's terrible. I mean, if anybody hasn't seen it, which you're an idiot if you haven't. Even my wife's seen it and she doesn't like Schwarzenegger at all.
And they've confused.
The whole idea, and the Porsche scene is literally, it takes a bunch of damage, flips over on one side. He flips it back over, they go to drive away, and miraculously the side of the car is now completely repaired.
That part reminded me so much of trauma movies.
Yeah, that's just terrible editing. I mean, I think, some of it's just bad choreography, like when they whip a grenade and 2 guys shoot into the air in unison off of a springboard. The fact that they, even though he's supposed to take damage in the movie, all you get is some red food coloring on his side.
Yeah.
Like you don't really see
or
him.
a little bit of blood that's on his head.
Yeah, he's got a little bit.
Disappears later.
Yeah, but everybody else is like literally. And if you haven't watched the extended cut, the woodshed scene is made a lot better. Like literally, when he cuts the dude's arm off, and in the rated one, it just quick cuts to the camera. In the unedited one, the dude's like, oh, and he's like touching the nub as it squirts blood out. Like,
was it that far?
It was elbow down. Yeah. It was like okay. Maybe right here on the forearm.
For me, the arm wasn't as cool as the chunk of head.
Yeah,
just that was funny.
And takes his fucking scalp off.
Was the circular blade that went to the guy's neck, but when it clearly shows it, it's going at his face. But it ends up here in his neck.
Yeah, but even in the unedited, there's longer of that too. It hits him in the neck, and then he's like, for like another 2 seconds.
So the crazy thing to me though is this movie has this movie could be considered goofy, but also it's a very cool movie.
Well, it's totally miscast though.
Oh yeah, but I felt like there should have been more violent scenes like that.
Yeah.
That fight towards the end with him just picking off the other guys.
I mean,
like that fight towards the end seemed like it was plucked from a different fucking movie because it was just a different vibe.
Well, they literally go from like urban warfare to Rambo on an island.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I don't mind the progression because if you look at some movies, like look at Kill Bill. Kill Bill takes the progression of he's finding out the clues as he goes along the way and he's just raking up a body count.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, look at how okay, when you watch this movie, you have to watch it with an element of this movie's fucking ridiculous. I know it's going to be ridiculous. I mean, it starts off with so basically the beginning that you show that the other soldiers in the unit get wiped out. And then he comes under fire. They attack his family. The colonel comes down, leaves 2 soldiers with him. They get wiped out immediately, basically. And one of the first lines you really get from Schwarzenegger is the soldier's on the ground holding his bleeding wound, and Schwarzenegger's unharmed, daughter's unharmed, and he looks at him, he goes, you know, they're downwind, it shifted, it tipped them off, and the guy goes, you think I can smell them coming? He goes, I did. And then, he goes, Jenny, rather than taking his daughter with him for some stupid reason, sends her to her room, and he goes, I have to get my rifle from the shed. And then one of my thoughts as a kid was like when he goes into his shed, his gun locker, and he's got several, and it's like, well, which one? You just said rifle. Like if that's me, it's sidearm. I got fucking dualies. Like I'm coming out like Duke Nukem. You know what I mean?
Why was his rifle in the fucking garden shed?
It's so far away from the house. But he's supposed to be living a life of non-violence. You know, that's the whole thing.
But still, if he could smell people downwind. By the way, the face that he made when he smelled them. Did you notice that he went?
Like, who is making pot roast? You know, like,
God, that made me laugh when I saw his face change.
And that's it. But here's where in the movie's tone is really quickly set up with that, because then he walks in and the dude's like, you want to ever see your daughter again? You got to cooperate, right? And he's like, looks out the window and he's like, wrong. Boom, right in the fucking forehead. So then you get what?
Lewis, you were right. W should have been wrong. For the alphabet for Arnold, the alphabet.
Oh yeah.
W should have been wrong.
Thank you for referencing something we're not going to show for a couple of weeks.
The daughter is Alyssa Milano.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That dumbass.
If I could recast her, I would. I don't know who with, but just anybody.
Dude, if you remade it right now, you recast her from the girl from fucking Stranger Things. No fucking around, make 11 or whatever her name is.
I do like that the daughter knows how much of a badass her father is.
Okay, yeah, that was the line she wasn't gives. In the dark. Yeah.
I agree. You know, and the other thing is she's not a dumb kid. Like towards the end when she pulls out the wood panel with the door handle, well, like that's the thing is they don't make her stupid or goofy, and she's also not like flailing like save me, daddy. Like she's not in the movie for the most part.
He also trained her in some ways to defend herself in any kind of
the fun pool swimming scene.
That was cool.
I think was where the real
that was weird
happened.
Though, because he would throw her in the fucking water. I just fucking unplugged my headphones, but go ahead.
This happened last time and it resulted in disaster.
Yeah, he threw her in the water and it was just weird.
I mean, there's a lot of really funky, stupid shit in this movie. but I love it all. Like he gets on the plane, and she's like, "You got any luggage?" And he's like, "Just him." And the guy threatens him, so then he elbows him and breaks his fucking neck. And of course, you get the please don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. Jen Jen was overloading with how many stupid fucking one-liner puns were in this movie. She's literally like, again? And I told her before it started, I was like, you need to understand this whole movie, the entire script is fucking Schwarzenegger. He gets the I'll be back in when, and by the way, Bennett is the worst goddamn miscasting I've ever seen. A fucking skinny fat British actor.
Leather pants.
And not only him, he's like Rob Halford if Rob Halford wasn't cool. And then you have fucking Doug and Steve Butabi from The Night at the Roxbury's father is the Spanish. He's an Italian actor.
Isn't he also the dad in Clueless?
Yes, the dad from Clueless is the fucking Spanish guy who wants to take over the country.
1 year.
By the way, the country in Commando that guy wants to take over is a shared fictional nation that is shared within the Predator universe and is also referenced in Die Hard. So theoretically, that country that Schwarzenegger shoots the shit out of is also where the Predator lived in the first Predator, and one of the nations that they talk about, that Hans talks about in Die Hard.
Which, before I knew that, I was telling Matt, I was like, this movie feels like a quasi-sequel to Predator.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I would, and here's my true thing, if you're going to remake Commando, part of me says you do a prequel to what the original was. Like, you don't do an actual prequel, but you set it up for 3 movies or 2 movies, and the first movie be about kind of his military service. Or you do the first one with a normal storyline, then you do a prequel or whatever you want to do, or you do flashbacks. But, like, if you were to remake this movie in a new school way, you'd have to have what he used to do. Because that was one of the things as a kid I always hated was, like, yeah, I get he's a badass soldier, but, like, what they don't talk about is he's not just a soldier, he's a fucking mercenary. Like, when she asked him, was like, that for the military or others, other stuff. So, like, that means he was contracted post-military to run shadow ops. And he in the unedited version, he actually even has a line where he says, things I wish I hadn't seen, things I wish I didn't do. Like, the shit that they cut out of this movie gave him more character. You saw more of a tortured kind of, like, he's, the way the movie they like to portray the movie is he was a happy-go-lucky, he murdered a bunch of people in Vietnam and was a happy-go-lucky guy. No, Matrix is a tortured fucking single father who wants nothing more than to live a normal life with his daughter and forget all of that shit. And then they kidnap her.
What almost makes me think, like, it kind of would have been cool if this movie went for a more serious tone and, like, stripped away the one-liners.
That's the thing is, like, even
it would have been different.
The problem is, but the problem is the one-liners are half the strict. I mean, look at the fight scene between him and Bill Duke or Mac in Predator. This Green Beret is gonna kick your ass, and I eat Green Berets for breakfast. Like, even the girl in the room is like, these guys eat too much red meat. Like, they make a whole fucking joke. They make a whole joke about how macho they are, and realistically, it should have been one highly trained murderer killing another highly trained murderer.
I think it ties back to they didn't have the people to do the choreography for the fight scenes.
Not only that, but you can't make Arnold that brutal. At this point, he was on his rise, and this, especially coming off of T1, this was what the other thing is, what else came out in between? Because did Running Man come out in between?
I was about to ask that. What other movies came out during that time?
Yeah, what came out between?
You have
like action movies.
84 is Terminator, 85 is Commando.
Yeah, but what is his filmography 80 to 85?
Oh, for him?
For Arnold?
Yeah.
Oh, 80 to 85? God.
All right, so we got
Conan,
80 to 85.
Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, and really that's it. I mean, he was in The Comeback.
Red Sonja, Commando,
so
Stop the Madness.
At this point,
Raw Deal.
Okay, so yeah,
that's 86.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, but my whole thing is I want to know when these movies were filmed, because he's clearly younger in Raw Deal than he is in Commando.
All right, so just from that, it's some TV movie, James Manfield.
When did Running Man
Conan?
Running Man came out
87.
No, 87 was Predator. Why the fuck is Running Man not on this list?
It was 87.
87. Okay, so like
Right after Predator.
Like that's the thing is like 84 Terminator releases, he blows up. You would have to imagine when 84 happens, he was either just starting to film Commando, or maybe had just wrapped it potentially, but that was before he was a huge star. So Commando was already written to be this cheesy vehicle that, I mean, I would imagine if you look into it, other actors turned it down. Like I highly doubt the movie was written for Schwarzenegger. And they saw what was going on with Terminator and they grabbed him. So this really is one of the last of his like ultra cheesy 80s movies. Because after this, I mean, besides Raw Deal, but even Raw Deal wasn't super cheesy. It was just kind of dumb. You know what I mean?
After that, it becomes so it went like this. It went James Matfield, some TV shit. It was Conan. I don't know what the heck. It's a short video. Conan, the Destroyer. That's 2, and then Terminator, Red Sonja, Commando. And then it was Raw Deal, Predator, Running Man, Heat, Red Heat, Twins, and then it goes up from there.
Red Heat was that late, huh? Raw Deal's actually filmed. Red Heat is filmed in Chicago.
Yeah,
I think Raw Deal is as well. There's a scene where they go and they do a car chase through Old Navy Pier when it was just a fucking pier, and none of that shit was on it. Like you get to see old Chicago for what it was.
That would be nice to see.
But yeah, think about it that way though. Like after Commando, he's not in the ultra cheesy, stupid, goofy. Like he's got the Arnold Schwarzenegger cheese that he becomes known for.
The next cheesy thing is Total Recall, which is not really
but
cheesy,
all of those movies, I
guarantee
you, if you looked up the overall budget for every movie he was in after Commando, it's at least double the $9 million at minimum than what Commando cost to make. Like that's the thing is like Commando really is his last 80s balls to the wall cheesy Rambo ripoff movie. It's dumb. The dialogue is cartoonish at points, but I don't know. It's one of those movies I love to this day. It's just so goofy. There's scenes I don't like. Like I don't give a shit about the whole scene where he robs the weapons store. Is just a waste of time. They don't like out of nowhere by the end of the movie, she's like in love with him now. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's an attractive man, but he comes with a baggage being a child.
Her whole kidnapping scene where by him that pissed me off was as you're being kidnapped and he's making you drive somewhere, she starts asking him questions. I'm like, wait, if you're worried about him killing you, why would you want to ask him personal questions?
Well, that's because she wanted to go down on some Austrian sausage.
She ends up getting Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
Matt, you are right to the T. Right after Commando, all the budgets double, if not triple.
Exactly. So this is his last low budget, cheesy ripoff of every action. And that's the thing is like what they didn't understand was this movie was going to create somewhat of a Schwarzenegger template, though. Like he says, "I'll be back in Terminator." He says, "I'll be back in this," and I guarantee you, it was like, "Hey, you remember when you said this in Terminator? Yeah, we put that line in there," or he shoehorned it. Like that's the thing is like, this is the last bastion of cheesy Arnold.
In every movie I have,
like Arnold becomes cheesy for entirely different reasons after this. This is his last B movie type thing. You know what I mean?
How much do you think he got every time he said the word "I'll be back"?
Well, he's probably got it licensed. Like the "I'll be back" is probably a licensed or trademark term he has.
Yeah,
you'd have to imagine. Like you'd have to imagine if they use it in a movie, in that where they're like, "I'll be back," where they do his acts, he probably gets fucking paid for it because that became his tagline.
Looks like in the original script, it was about an Israeli soldier who renounced violence, but they rewrote the script, tailoring it to Schwarzenegger. So they definitely probably scrapped this up. Like, no, he's got to be in this role.
This was a script that was sitting in the back room, and they were like, "We need to make something." Rambo just be. What year did Rambo come out? That's the other question, because Commando's a direct ripoff of Rambo.
It was before Twins, because they actually make reference to him in Twins. So it was before 88.
2008, according to this. Rambo
First Blood was 82.
82. So this is on the cusp of Rambo, to where, let's see, Rambo 2 came out in 85. So the same year Commando came out, it was going up against Rambo, which if you remember, Rambo 2 was the first Rambo that went from really good, dark, psychological action movie to we're going to blow people up with arrows. Like, Rambo 2 is where it went to the ludicrous. So think about it this way. You've got one of the biggest upcoming stars with facing somebody who's got a sequel of an established franchise already, and both of them at this point, all they want to do is up the body count. So this movie is a direct response to the success of Rambo 1.
We're going to have to do an episode as far as body counts versus Rambo versus Arnold.
I don't know, man.
That take a lot of research.
Sylvester Stallone versus Arnold, not the characters.
If you include the Expendables, I'm going to assume Stallone owns it because he kills like hundreds of people in those movies.
We're going to have to find a way to do that one day.
I thought you were going to say like Stallone versus Arnold, because to me,
as far as
I wanted
characters.
To me, I wanted to bring it up on the Terminator too, but like, what other big fucking meathead dude? I mean, I don't know about The Rock. What other guy like Arnold in his time is that versatile that he can be funny, goofy, serious, like a killer mentality, like the Terminator? Like at the time, there was like I couldn't see a fucking Stallone in half these movies that Arnold.
I actually thought I could see Stallone as Kyle Reese in Terminator 1 and still leave Schwarzenegger the Terminator. I think that would have been a good pairing.
Oh shit, damn, that would have been crazy.
Like, think about it that way. Like, Stallone at that point coming off of Rambo was cut. He was lean. Kyle Reese wasn't supposed to be a big swole guy. He like I think if it would have aligned properly, I think it would have been a really cool Stallone, Kyle Reese, Schwarzenegger Terminator, or the Juice. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh shit, I just lost what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, but
you've done that to me a bunch of times.
Yeah, I know. It happens.
But like, I mean, like, I would if somebody said, "Hey, what movie would you like to remake?" I would love to remake Commando. I don't like, and the thing about it is like you have a lot of versatility with the character of John Matrix as far as who you cast even nowadays. The obvious Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans. They put muscle on there. You know who would be a really if they pump them back up though? Who I would rather see than both of them, Jim Halpert. Because he was what is his fucking name? Jim Halpert's name.
John Krasinski.
You
said Jim Halpert, so now it's got to be.
It's got to be Jim.
Yeah, and
looks in the camera every 5 seconds. But like,
what do you think about like an old school wrestler? Like, you don't think Hogan would be
back then
Commando?
No.
Yeah.
If you put Hogan in it, it would have been a totally worse movie.
It would have been really comedic.
Yeah, it would have been a dumb movie. Like, even dumb, like the dumbness that the movie has, it still has a pretty serious overtone. Like, you literally have people threatening to chop his daughter up and mail her back to him in pieces.
Yeah. Even Hulk Hogan was supposed to be his serious role, and he couldn't fucking be serious. Or taken serious, I should say.
No Holds Barred's a good movie, but you know who?
It is a good movie, but
all right.
Serious. You know what I mean?
So here we go. 84, Roddy Piper for both Terminator as the Terminator and John Matrix.
I can see Terminator.
I think Roddy Piper is more of a serious actor than Hulk Hogan, by the way.
I'm sorry, but if you ever go... I just recently watched it, and I had not seen it in a long time. Go watch They Live. Because people don't understand... that Roddy Piper in a flannel didn't look like shit, and then he takes his shirt off and the dude was jacked. Like, Piper in his day was fucking jacked.
I think I like him for the Terminator. I think that would have been a perfect role for him.
I mean, he would have fit the glasses. I mean, you could have kept everything the same and put Piper in that role, and I think Piper would have done great.
Back in the 80s, fuck yeah.
Like, and that's the thing is you do
have minimal lines.
You do need a wrestler. Like, you need a wrestler or a football player or something of a big stature.
Somebody who can actually do the stunts and not have to have a fucking stuntman do it.
I don't think he would have been good at it, but I'd imagine in the contention, a person like Terry Bradshaw was probably thrown in contention for the Terminator. Like, he was a big, wide shoulders dude. Like, that's the thing is, back then, you didn't have Hollywood stars ballooning up with muscle like you have the Chris Hemsworths and the Evans and the Ryan Reynolds. You had Hollywood stars who were average weight and height, or maybe some of them were tall and a little brooding, but none of them were jacked, so you had to go to bodybuilders, pro athletes, things of that nature in order to get anybody big, muscular guy.
Yeah.
I did have a recast for Bennett.
Dude, he's the one character that is just like, I don't mind the actor, and I love how the actor loves the movie.
I like him.
Because if you watch his interviews, he's never shit-talked the movie once.
He was part of Mad Max. I mean, you know,
I
he's
have a
part of-
recast for him too, but I want to know what Alex's is.
So for me, I think maybe a young Ron Perlman, because
Okay.
he was always being covered in face paint all and heavy.
Yeah, but even have you seen Alien 3? Young Ron Perlman still looks like a goddamn ape.
But still, it would have been just him. It would have just been him playing a character. He actually has good acting.
But did he back then?
He would have been more spry. Well,
did he have really good acting before Claymore?
I think he would have.
I just see before Hellboy. I disagree that Ron.
He would have.
I've watched old Ron Perlman movies. His 80s movies are fucking shit. Like, that's the problem is, like, Ron Perlman, Hellboy, awesome. Claymore, awesome. Name me another role you've watched him where he's awesome.
Well, at that time this was going on, it was Beauty and the Beast, and he was playing a person that was being covered in
along with Linda Hamilton. Connection.
Yep. And that's one of the reasons why I looked at it and I saw it.
So I guess I could see that. I mean,
here's the thing is
he was to play a villain.
Because here's the thing is I don't remember him being big and muscular either back then. He was just a tall dude. Like Ron Perlman in the 80s was not Ron Perlman he wasn't the Hellboy Ron Perlman. He just had a long the problem with Ron Perlman is for a long time he was a nothing. And then he got in better shape. He got tougher roles, and you know, like my opinion, Hellboy and Claymore are his two great roles. Beyond that, I can't name you a single movie besides Alien 3 he's been in.
So for me, when I immediately Bennett is such a miscast in this movie.
Now by the way, Lewis and I talked. We don't have to stick in the era. We can talk about like basically they're remaking them now.
Yeah,
you can cast anybody.
So me in my head, Bennett, I was thinking like he's cold, he's calculating, he's kind of a weird guy with the goddamn leather pants. In my head, immediately I was like Mads Mikkelsen. I could see as a Bennett.
If you were going with a AAA remake of this movie, he's perfect. But there are other actors that I think would work. I think Dominic Cooper. People know him from
Who's that Dominic?
The guy from The Wire, Punisher 2. He's been in a bunch of shit, really. I'm going to stick with the European actor on this one. I think Idris Elba would be an amazing villain. I also feel if you want to go with the tough but still devilishly handsome, you cannot go wrong with Henry Cavill.
Is Dominic Cooper the guy from that fucking that new show? Fucking God damn it! Not fucking Drawing of the Tower or whatever. Not Tower.
Dominic Cooper is
Preacher. That guy. Okay.
I also there's another one. No. There's him, and then there's also the guy from The Wire. What is his name?
That's a different guy.
It's Dominic something. He was they
look the same.
He was Jigsaw in Punisher 2. He played the one of the main detectives in The Wire. He's been in a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. The guy that you talk about from The Wire.
Yeah, then the guy from
they look fucking the same.
The guy from The Preacher would work. Also, I like if you want to go with an American flair, Bobby Cannavale. You would know him. He was in Boardwalk Empire. He was in Chef. He's been in a lot of shit, frankly. He's in Jesus Rolls, which is the semi kind of sequel to the bowling movie.
For
Big Lebowski.
For John Matrix, I could see the dude from the Punisher TV show, John Bertha.
Oh no, he's too short, man. I'm tired of short actors. Like they got to film camera angles way up so they'll make them look fucking tall. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of short actors. Like, give it to fucking Tom Cruise then. You want to go short but cool? What is the last cool thing John Barenthal's done? Not to be a dick, but besides the Punisher show, which was frankly the season 2 was fucking boring. Besides the prison fight and anything involving Kingpin that was actually in that season, like I don't know, man. I think the guy's overrated, and don't get me wrong, I would love a movie for him to come out in where he's legit badass, like Shane from Walking Dead when he was badass. Like, but you haven't seen a Shane from Walking Dead John Barenthal. Even goddamn Punisher is a howling ape for most of the fucking show. You know, like that's the problem. Is like, yeah, he fitted okay, but I don't know. I don't necessarily know how if they do a Punisher, they can't fuck around with it. They can't make a PG-13 Punisher. They can't make the same Howling 8 mistakes. If you have a 2-hour long fucking movie, it has to be fast and brutal. My opinion, you give the origin story 10 fucking minutes, and then you start having as many villains as you can from the comic, because they're all virtually just assassins coming after him. So you set the storyline up where it's the 5 or 6 assassins that they've hired going after you until he works his way through them to get to Howard. Like that's the or Kingpin. If you go Kingpin, you've opened yourself up to a whole new product life. Like that's the problem is Disney is terrible. I fucking hate Disney at this point. When I have to go online and read that the new Blade reboot is PG-13 and focused on his fucking daughter, like you, and then you literally have these morons, these SJW keyboard warriors who are no, I'm not sexist. I don't need to know about his fucking daughter. This is a first movie. You want to make a trilogy where that comes into play? Fucking do that. But don't, it's like, well, if you go by the comic books, if I went by the comic books, he'd have a goddamn 6-foot high afro and he'd speak jive. Don't tell me about canon, okay? Canon is the first fucking Blade movie. That's canon. Nobody gives 2 shits about the comic book. They care about what happened in that first movie, and if you don't set a tone like that, because the problem is Benicio del Toro came in and did an incredible martial arts movie with the Blade storylines. So you have 2, in the third one you can throw away, but you have 2 movies that created a canon that if you go again, I don't give a fuck. Frankly, I don't care who plays it. Let fucking Jamie Foxx, I don't give a shit. I know they got that other guy playing it, but if you tell me a PG-13 Blade, you're out of your fucking mind. Like, you want to include the daughter, sure. If it's PG-13, I'm not seeing it. I don't give a shit.
PG-13, it's minimal blood, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you can have a little, but, literally Blade 1 opens up with a bloodbath.
Vampires. How can you have something about vampires be minimal blood?
Well, that's Disney tainting everything. I mean, look how they butchered Star Wars. They're
going to change the color of blood.
Like as a fan, I literally look at franchise after franchise that Disney has fucking destroyed. Like I'm in The Godfather. I'm like, look what they did to my boy. Like they keep fucking doing that to things. Like the only good Star Wars product was The Mandalorian. And I haven't watched shit of that. I think I've watched 5 episodes of the first season. And right as I start to get into it, the Gina Carano things comes out. Whether you like her, hate her, support her, it's really fucking frustrating that the corporations like Disney treat everything as at will. Because that's what they're doing. It's, oh, you fucked up, even if it's a mistake or we just don't agree with you, bye-bye. It's against our rules. Everything is now fucking Walmart. And the same people who say, oh, Disney, Disney can do whatever they want. They own your ass. It's their company. Are the same people who are telling the guys who don't want to bake cakes for a gay wedding that they should have to. And that's the problem. There's a hypocrisy here. It's a double standard where it's, well, they're a private business. Okay. So everything, if it's a private business, they can do what they want. Well, no, we're going to shut you down because you didn't follow our rules. And it's just, and that's the way the entertainment industry's been going. That's why when Lewis and I talk about the horror movies, I don't give 2 shits about the fucking big budget movies anymore. Let them all fucking burn. Let me get more nice content to Shudder. I'll be happy.
Violence, please.
That's Nerditude's take on the fucking
More
movie
violence.
industry.
The answer is always violence.
Horror movies should be all about more violence because it's a horror movie.
Now here's the thing: is like we can keep going on and on about Commando until like we basically just tell every scene. I just want to point out, and actually, you guys, if you have anything to say about Commando, please go ahead. I've been running my mouth on my diatribe on fuck Disney.
No, I guess for this one, I couldn't figure out who to recast as Arnold. I mean,
here's the thing: is you only have, even nowadays, there's only a couple guys that can really not only do the big bulking muscles, or are even in great shape and do the acting.
Okay.
That's how I talk.
You can say muscles.
Well, that's why in my head I'm like I can't choose like a bunch of big dudes because it's gonna be the same person in every movie. I mean, who could, if you were to remake this movie and you went towards you leaned into more of a darker tone, I mean, who could fill that role? I mean,
okay, so
with acting chops,
here's the thing: if you really want to go certain directions, you get him bulked up again. He's about the right age for it. You can do Mashed Potato Face #2 and do Gerard Butler.
He got real fat.
Well, he always but remember, look at back when he was in 300. He gets fat in between any movie. He doesn't like if he doesn't have to work out, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe. The only thing he could play right now is one of the balloons from Up. That motherfucker's got a beer belly.
I saw a YouTube.
One of the balloons from Up.
I didn't click on the YouTube video, but it was like him being interviewed about old movies he's been in, and he looks fat as fuck, but he's got the biggest smile on his face.
Dude, here's the thing.
Whatever he's doing,
here's the thing: is he knows he's not going to be in AAA movies anymore. He got divorced a few years back. He's a single Australian dude who just likes to drink and have fun. Like, he's an old rock star. He had a band and everything. Like, the whole thing is he doesn't give a fuck. He understands he's at the end of his career. He's going to film Unhinged, which, by the way, I haven't watched Unhinged yet, but he does nail the fat American that eats fucking... He eats fast food 3 meals a day in his truck. Like, he's got the, like, oh, I got to push my belly down, or I got to push in my steering wheel, get in the car, then pull it back out type of fat gut going.
It's adjustable. It slides in and out.
His gut or the wheel?
The wheel.
But like, yeah, like, you know, you could, and here's the thing, you can do easy ones. Here's a real easy one for John Matrix. Henry Cavill.
The Rock.
No, The Rock is too. The Rock is too easy.
I know The Rock is too easy. I know.
But Henry Cavill's too easy too.
His physique and his acting.
But you know,
I don't like Rock as the wrestler, but I do like Rock as the actor.
I like The Rock, but I don't want his personality in this role. The Rock does not have the personality in any movie he's ever been in. Even think about The Rundown, or even Doom when he's supposed to be a villainous dark character.
The Rundown is nothing really movie. Close to his. The Rundown is nothing close to his persona. That's the only movie that I really fucking like where it's not really him.
Well, it's closer to his wrestling persona than his acting
Walking Tall.
I love Walking Tall.
Was different.
Walking Tall was good.
I like Walking Tall a
little bit of a younger Rock where he's not like
maybe Walking Tall versus Rundown. That Rock.
I mean, the problem is The Rock literally made that movie Pain and Gain, and then realized, oh shit, I could be a steroid the rest of my life. Like from Pain, he started bodybuilding in Pain and Gain and didn't stop. And the next thing you know, he's in Hobbs and Shaw, and he's like. The Rock would be okay, but The Rock is one of those things where if you made this movie with The Rock, people are going to side eye it. Simple as that. Nobody's going to take it seriously. I'm not knocking The Rock at all, but if The Rock is attached to a Commando remake, they're going to. I don't think it would do well.
I'm not saying remake. I'm saying like if it was recasted where it was him being in the movie versus Arnold.
Then I don't know if I agree that Rock would fit in the old school one at all. Like, it would have to be a remake. He'd be.
Yeah.
Because The Rock has to. You got to remember, The Rock has to have some sort of Samoan symbology in every movie.
I was gonna make that joke.
Yeah, there's going to be some connection to his Samoan heritage in it.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Where rather than living in the foothills of California or Colorado, where the fuck they are, they're living in some area close to Samoa or some shit.
Kevin Hart is John Matrix.
Kevin Hart's Bennett. The Rock is John Matrix.
Oh God.
Okay, so who do you cast as the president? Since Clueless's father was in this one.
I actually was gonna recast fucking Clueless father with what's his name? Fucking from American Pie, the dad. I would love to see him as a villain.
Dan Levy?
For what country? What country is Eugene Levy taking over?
I would love to see Eugene Levy. I would love to see Eugene Levy actually portray a villain.
Yeah, but
that's the only reason.
But it doesn't fit the role at all.
The thick eyebrows. Well, neither did fucking this.
He at least had a little bit of the same complexion. Eugene Levy is a Jewish man.
I know, but I'm just saying if it
maybe in the original script about the Israeli soldier,
he's working at Trader Joe's,
and they were working a different island or whatever. I'm just saying, like
what island?
Him as a fucking villain.
Maybe if it was the island of the Jewish people. That's the problem though with Eugene Levy. Like I don't know. Like you'd have to. I don't think it would work if you remade it, and even in that same time, you would definitely have to have it about a completely different conflict.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're thinking more in the lines of someone who's like not known for that type of role.
Yes. I would love to see what Eugene Levy could do because I
love Eugene Levy.
Yeah. That guy. I think I don't know how to say it. He's like the Bret Hart of acting, I guess, because Bret Hart always says, "I'm Bret Hart. I'm always the good guy," and that's what he did. If I'm a bad guy, I'm a good guy. If I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy.
Bret Hart's a piece of
whatever.
shit. I'm tired of people glorifying that asshole.
But I think that's what's happening with Eugene Levy. I think they should fucking try to put him in a role where he could be the bad guy in any kind of fucking movie.
Yeah, but the problem is,
even if he's not a bad guy,
the problem is Eugene Levy came up through improv comedy is the issue.
Yeah.
Like he never.
And I think he can do it. I think he can do it because I just looking to him talk.
I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have the chops, but him trying to look at even Robin Williams. Robin Williams going from comedy to serious. He only had a couple serious hits.
I tried to watch
Patch Adams.
What is it? Photo booth.
Photo booth, or yeah.
I tried to watch it. I didn't.
1 hour photo.
Yeah, 1 hour photo. I tried to get into it, but I couldn't.
One movie that hasn't gone on sale in 6 months, and I'm seriously concerned about just buying it, is Death to Smoochie, which is one of my favorite Robin Williams movies of all time.
I think I watched that twice. I wanted to watch it again so I could fucking see it.
Sorry, let's go.
Oh no, good.
One of my favorite lines is when he's drinking the coffee and he drops. And he goes, "Oh, my balls! They're so hot!" It's Robin Williams unleashed. The story in that movie is so incredibly dark. It's such a dark fucking. Edward Norton's great in it, and I'm not even a huge fan of his. I'm gonna buy that movie on one of the networks, probably Vudu, so we could all check it out because I sincerely do love that fucking movie.
By the way, my kid made me buy fucking Willy's Wonderland on fucking iTunes.
Such a good movie, dude. It
was
good.
Fun. It was fun to watch it with her again and to hear her reactions again. It was fun.
I was gonna say real quick for the president, if we were thinking still someone not American, in my head I was thinking Benicio del Toro.
If you're going for but that's the thing is that's the Commando remake. It's going to be a darker movie. That's the thing. What people don't understand is if you remake this movie, the reason why The Rock doesn't work is this has to be a gritty, hardcore R movie. And I know Alex doesn't like him, but he fits the profile. Statham would fit the profile.
No, I like Statham.
I thought you said you weren't a big fan of his when we talked about
as a good guy or bad guy.
No,
as the good guy. He would. So here's the thing: if you're going to fit now, Statham would also be perfect as Bennett. Because then if you have Statham, who's an actual martial artist, you can show, because you got to remember, Bennett and Matrix were supposed to be equals. You look at them and one looks like he came out of a nightclub at 6 o'clock in the morning with his fucking leather chaps on. And the other one looks like a jacked out soldier. So the problem this movie has with Bennett
was also a fisherman for how long?
Well, no, but that's the thing though, is you still have Schwarzenegger over here and then you've got Lumpy Bennett. That was always my problem with Bennett is you can't, when you compare them, they're not even close to the same equal.
He was also very angry. I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Good actor. I like the actor, but
I'm trying to make sense of the story.
Huge miscasting. You needed somebody sinister for that. Yeah. For me, I would have in the President. Benicio del Toro is great. I also like the dude that was in. He's in Chips. He's in. He's the Spanish guy. Fantasy Island. That guy.
Michael Pena.
Yeah. I love Michael Pena.
Yeah,
I fucking love that guy. He's a great actor. Also, the guy who plays the Mandalorian would be all right.
I
can't remember.
I was gonna say Oberyn Martell because of Game of Thrones.
No, but that guy, yeah,
I can see that, and I would probably keep it a foreign.
Well, you got to fit it to wherever it's going to be. If you're going to do Russian, then you got to get an Eastern European actor. If you're going to do a Slavic or a European nation, if you're going Southern or the South America, which probably makes the most sense, then yeah, you got. I think you have to stick with someone who's basically like Castro, who's taking over whatever this island is. That's the way you have to look at him. And I don't think this movie treated that seriousness well at all. I want to say this because it's one of the coolest things in the fucking movie, and you don't see it a lot even in movies nowadays. When he gets into the big shootout on the island, the flowers from the dispersion from the shotgun he's firing, you notice the flowers are getting shot everywhere. When he shoots the shotgun, the flowers are from the firing are getting chewed up in front of him. I thought it was awesome how he's walking through the garden and it's just pieces of flowers flying everywhere. It's a really neat thing that you don't. I don't know. I don't feel like you see that in modern movies where the environment is paid attention to like that. Which, as cheesy and shitty, as some of the scenes are, whether it be the soldiers on wooden stands when the building blows up, or
Stormtrooper syndrome.
The party.
Nobody can hit him. Or then there's the "Como está?" and then he shoots him in the fucking neck with a knife. Yes, there's bad, stupid. Or let's. Go ahead, because I'm going to go to the end and talk about the cheesiness of that.
You're right about that. There was something that Anthony has said about the whole stormtrooper syndrome. He's in one position almost through like what, maybe 15 minutes of it.
He slow crawls. He slow walks through the garden.
No, but he's given like the whole, he's
he eventually gets the M60, and it's literally
all these guys are running at him, and he's mowing them down, and all these fucking guys can't pinpoint that one area to shoot him.
Well, so there's the one scene where he's going up the roof, and he's literally here, and then he turns
on the roof,
stops, turns the corner, and then with an M60. Meanwhile, they're like, "Oh, we can't hit him!" Like, yeah, no, it's terrible. Yeah,
yeah. So some of that shit, like as far as realism, it was garbage, but it was the greatest action movie back in the fucking 80s.
Oh yeah.
So
it was a lot of fun.
The other thing is, like, when you think about Bennett, his character itself is horribly imbalanced. Like, the end result of the movie is him and Schwarzenegger getting into the knife fight, and it's a whole psychological thing where he's, you don't need the girl, you don't need the gun, stick the knife in me, stick the knife in me, look me in the eyes, he tells him that. And here's the thing, it doesn't work because Bennett doesn't come off as tortured by anything. There's a couple lines of, when you had me thrown out of your unit, and I've been waiting for payday today, and you know what today is? Payday. And, like, there's those lines, but what they needed to show was scenes of Bennett being tortured by it. Like, they should have had scenes of Bennett being a dog on a leash, and the president's like, no, you can't do this, and he's just going, I'm ready to fucking kill him. Because
there is a scene, though, that shows where Bennett is normal or whatever, when the guy's saying, you know what it feels like to cut a throat of a child? It's like warm butter. He goes, shut your mouth and get out, like.
No, he doesn't say that. He tells him to shut up, but then he goes to the guy and he goes, your soldiers make me laugh. They're like, and he tells him how him and Matrix can dispatch them all. That's ego, though. I don't see that as normalcy. And the problem is this character can't be normal.
What I'm saying is his character showed some kind of compassion for the kid, because he says, the only thing he ever says is, he's going to come after us. That's what I'm not scared of him. He's going to come after us.
Yeah, but
he's going to come after us.
Yeah, but the problem is that's why I say the character's unbalanced, because then you have it where once they find out,
he shows some kind of compassion for his daughter, saying, "Oh, shut up, go away," and all those other guys probably never killed a person.
I see. Once again, I don't see that as compassion. I see it as him going, "Now, shut up, you fucking, you nothing." Like, I don't think it has anything to do with the girl. I think it is more or less like, you're a piss on. Matrix and I would slaughter your whole troop. And I think that's more of an ego thing. And that's the other thing is, like, it's unbalanced. Like, his character goes from cordially gentleman to revenge seeker to crazy psychopath at the end. To where it's all about murdering Matrix and the knife fight. And then, of course, you have one of the most egregious fucking one-liners and one of the most egregious death scenes in any fucking movie. Bennett gets out the line where he's like, Matrix, I'm not going to shoot you in the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls. And Schwarzenegger literally rips off a pipe from the wall and whips it through him into the steam, whatever it is.
Let off a little steam.
Yeah, let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett's weird in this movie. He has, like, weird sexual tension with Matrix.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like, do you want to kiss him or stab him to death? Which one is it?
He wanted to fucking He
and then him. we'll finish it off, because literally I sent these guys a video, and I don't know, maybe I'll put it in the episode to end off this review. But I get in my dad's car, and there's a song at the end of Commando, right? Where he walks up, and one of the most badass lines in the movie is where the colonel's like, anything left? And of course shit's smoldering, dead bodies askew everywhere, and he goes, just bodies. As he's hugging his daughter, and in her head her eye line is suspiciously, like, right with his nipple, which even as a kid I was like, that's weird. But so then he goes to walk away, and then the colonel's like, till the next time. And he looks back, and he looks at his daughter, and he looks at Rae-Dawn Chong, who is now his fuck buddy or whatever they are, apparently, because she's she's all smitten with the fact that he's alive. And he goes, no chance. And then that song where it's just like, I will protect you, and where the fucking plane goes. I couldn't believe that I got in the car. And fuck my dad's car, the song is playing. He's got a little flash drive that he just loaded hundreds of songs on and plugs it into the USB drive in his car. And so I'm just like, are you kidding me? Out of hundreds of songs, this is what he was listening to last? Like, really?
So should we get... Oh, go ahead.
Something I liked about this was, like I said it earlier, Bill Paxton.
again.
Whipping this one again.
I lost him, sir.
I lost him. That was funny when I saw him. I was like, holy shit, Bill Paxton.
But why does
By the way,
I love Bill
by the
Paxton,
way,
but why does he
went-
sound the same in every fucking movie when he's before the age of 30?
Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna say this right now. He went backwards. Normally, everybody fucking he's backwards from Nicolas Cage. He went to fucking all fucking garbage movies and then built his shit up to the end, and then he passed away. Fucking
Bill
Nicolas
Paxton's
Cage,
ending was not his best work.
no, but it was still his most popular though.
His most popular was Twister.
Oh, I know, but the show that he was in, what is it? Big Love or whatever, the Mormon
Yeah.
show. That's when he died. That was his most popular thing because that was the popular thing on TV. And
Yeah,
HBO.
I'd argue that Twister was a bigger impact on his career.
Well, that was for one movie. That was
ballooned
for
his
one
ass
movie.
up. Yeah, but you look at what he did after. I mean, although I would argue that Bill Paxton's had a I'd have to look at his IMDb, but I don't know if his IMDb or his career is so bleak.
But what I was saying was like as far as choosing what you do, he went from like choosing all these bad movies going forward, and then he went up a little bit, and then Big Love was like the big thing at the end, and when he died. And Nicolas Cage has fucking had all these movies, and then he now he chooses what he wants to do. What you finding?
I mean, I'm just a little confused because I don't. You're not correct.
What was his last thing?
He
for
died.
Big
He
Love?
died in 2017, and Big Love ended in 2011. So that definitely wasn't what was current. But I mean, not only that, but he's had here. Let's see. So let's go from '84 with Terminator. So he's in Terminator. He's in Weird Science, Commando, Aliens, Miami Vice. So he did some TV, Near Dark, Slipstream, Next of Kin, back to back. So in the late '80s, like '89. He did a lot of garbage, except for, I guess, back to back. And then he was in Navy SEALs, Predator 2, bunch of kind of lower stuff, in the early. But he's done consistent work. Like, for every 4 movies he makes that are bad, he then comes back with Tombstone, True Lies, Apollo 13, Twister, Titanic, Twister Ride It Out, which was the short they did for the roller coaster, Mighty Joe Young, U571. He was on a goddamn episode of SmackDown. Frailty, Vertical Limit, Spy Kids 2, Frasier. Going into the 2000s, he was in a fucking Limp Bizkit video. Like, here's the thing. Big Love in his late career was his biggest thing, because after that stuff, he was in Thunderbirds, and then he does Big Love, and then after that, it's like Two Guns, Haywire, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Edge of Tomorrow, he had a small role, Nightcrawler, he had a small role, he was in Advanced Warfare. He had a couple shows beyond that, so Texas Rising. He was the show that he was working on when he died was Training Day.
Oh, the TV show?
Yeah, the TV show, that's what he was in that he died. But, Big Love ended 6 years before he passed. But, like I said, I'd argue that he's had a very 1-2 massive hits, couple lower known, 1-2 massive hits, couple lesser known. He's consistently worked, up until his passing. So I like Bill Paxton.
Massive heart attack. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Massive heart attack.
One of these days, I want to review, analyze this, and analyze that as like just one episode.
So he had like 3 other things that came out after he had passed, which was Training Day.
Yeah, I think he had episodes still.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with Patrick Swayze. He died way too young.
Do you guys want to give this one a rating?
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go first. Easy 8. This is one. If you give me a choice of 3 movies that I can only watch 3 movies and they're Arnold, I don't know, man. Terminator 2 is for sure in there. I think this one's in there, and I don't know what the third is. I really love this fucking movie. This is one of those weird movies that I could literally, if I don't want to watch the whole thing, I could fast forward to the parts I like, watch them over, and still enjoy it every time. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put it down at a 7 because 8's a little high. I'll give it a solid 7, but understanding in my list of which Schwarzenegger's movies I would watch, this comes before quite a few of, well, not quite a few, but a few of them for sure.
Yeah, I'll go next. This is definitely probably in my top 10. It probably wouldn't be as high as it is for Matt to me. I would go with a solid 6 out of 10 for this. It's definitely like if you have not seen this movie, and like if you've seen T2, if you're really young and you've seen Terminator 2, you owe it to yourself to see some of his like earlier, somewhat goofy movies, just to understand like where this dude came from.
Well, you also see him build his style. I mean, from 84 to 89, you see him build his own style, his own goofiness, his own charm, his own like. He does get better, and that's the thing about Schwarzenegger that nobody wants to talk about. Is each movie he was in, you liked him more. I mean,
and you don't get a movie like True Lies without all those things adding up.
Oh, like, True Lies, and this is gonna pay me to say it. This is gonna get really hard when we get to that bracket. But True Lies is the only movie in his career that is even close to contending with T2. True Lies is a masterpiece. It really is. It's I mean, you know, if you want to stop interrupting me.
No, because Anthony got quiet because it was his.
No, I had 6 out of 10.
All right, go ahead, man.
See, I'm so self-conscious about it. I'm gonna stick with 7. Go ahead. It's when it comes to Arnold, man.
When I compare Commando versus T2, or I'm sorry, Terminator, I am gonna say 7 as well because it shows his acting chops. Going from Terminator to Commando, he does act well in this. As far as the script that was written for him, some of that shit is garbage, but he actually made the movie. He did do the work, and I didn't like half the people that were in there. Like we were talking about recasting stuff, I couldn't see anybody that could recast fucking Cindy for, because I really think that I could have done without her. That's just me. I don't know. As far as like you were saying about Alyssa Milano's character for Jenny, if it was recast, I can't think of it, but I can care less who they put in there because her acting ability was pretty good, but as far as switching a character, I didn't give two shits.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing was like Cindy isn't needed because if you were to remake it, you have to make it grittier to the point where he doesn't have any interest in a relationship. He's got one goal: murder the people who took his daughter and save her.
But the only thing she was supposed to do was to go get Sully's fucking attention.
This is not my day.
She didn't really fucking give Sully's attention. Sully saw her at the phone, and Sully's a fucking creep, which I can't think of who I can replace.
That guy's a great actor. I don't know if I'd want to replace him. I mean, dude from the Crow, Warriors. I mean, I like him a lot. Longest Yard.
He plays the perfect fucking creep. But he plays that.
You fucking whore.
He plays it well.
She won't date him.
Also in VFW, he plays it well.
Yeah, one of the first to die.
No, but I couldn't find a way to fucking recast Alyssa Milano myself. But as far as this movie goes as a whole, I'm gonna go with 7 myself because I liked it. I liked Commando.
7 T800.
It was something that I saw. What was it? 85.
I would have seen it in the theater, man.
9 years old when I got to see it. I didn't get to see it in the theaters, but I did get to see it when it first came out in video, and this was like fucking action.
I don't know, man. Some of these movies I wish I would watch in just like a shitty theater with shitty popcorn, like the Davis.
I also had a crush on fucking Alyssa Milano back then, but I don't anymore.
When I saw the movie, I did. Yeah.
I don't like her anymore, but
Alex, like I was 34 though.
I was 9. But I really did like this movie, and 7 is my fucking thing compared to Terminator and shit like that.
Okay. All right, so let's.
What did you say? What did you say, Anthony? I'm sorry, 6 or 7?
6.
So Alex and I both got the 7s. Lewis has a 6. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna go over twins, and then after that, we're gonna have to do the bracketing. So
elimination.
Yep, and then we'll finish off that way. What's up?
Real quick, you and I are fucking on the level 6 and 6 and 7 and 7.
Yeah,
we do like the same movies. It's just I don't love them like you love them.
Oh, I see, man. Like, here's the thing, and Lewis and I think, are a lot closer in that aspect because when we grew up, man, it was like we were kids that were born, I think, a little too late for what we loved. Like, we were huge into like the early '80s throughout action movies. We loved them. Schwarzenegger, Stallone, like they're all big and like. It translated to everything. It translated to the video games we played, and whether people, I don't think people, especially like young kids now, don't fully understand what entertainment once was, and I'm always going to continuously go back to it. Now look at March 1996 or 99.
I'm also like what 10 years or 15 years older than you guys.
No,
I was in
you're
76.
45, right?
Yeah, I'm 45.
13.
Yeah, so when you guys say that you love these things, I've already outgrown them. So like,
I never
it's
outgrew
not-
them, buddy.
I know, but I'm just trying to say like I don't hate the things you guys watch, and I still do like them or love them, but it's just I don't have the same passion because I found other things I'm
I mean,
into.
I just like to say this, that I have a great taste in movies, and if you don't like the same movies I do, you're clearly have an inferior taste.
That's your opinion.
No, that's fact, buddy.
Oh no, that's your.
That's
opinion.
just like your opinion, man.
And Alex are fighting again.
Not yet. All right, guys, we'll be right back, and then we'll be back to you with Twins, Danny DeVito's greatest project.
Isn't that like a store in Michigan?
What?
Wetback?
No, we'll be right back.
The third movie and final movie, which ironically is the weaker of the three,
We did 'em
but
by
is
year.
also a totally different direction of the three.
Buddy comedy.
Twins. So this movie came out 1988. This movie had a budget of $18 million.
Quite a bit.
And made 216 million.
Holy shit! I didn't realize Twins was that big of a success for him.
That's a little weird to think about.
Wow.
Especially because the plot of this movie is fucking weird. So
It's a buddy comedy.
it's a weird buddy comedy. So you got Arnold Schwarzenegger as Julius Benedict, Danny DeVito as
Julius
Benedict. I'm assuming at this time in his career, Danny DeVito was a successful actor.
Yeah.
We had Throw Mama from the Train. He was. You gotta remember. Yeah, but you don't give Danny DeVito enough credit. He's in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He did Taxi. Some of his major movies were Throw Mama from the Train. Like Danny DeVito was he had been going since the 70s at this point.
Well, no, yeah, he had, and when you think of Danny DeVito now, you think of It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, Frank.
And, and Frank looks gross. And I watched this movie, and I was like, Danny DeVito still kind of looks like a goblin. Like he still looks a little gross.
He was never what you would call attractive.
Yeah. So from 78 to 83, he was in Taxi, which everybody already knew him from there. And then he was Romancing the Stone, which is something I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I know.
Which is also a popular movie.
Michael Douglas, right?
Michael Douglas.
It's
and
like
Kathleen Turner.
Who, like I love Danny DeVito.
And Johnny Dangerously.
But
Michael
who in the 80s saw Danny DeVito with this pulled back hair and was like, you know what, that guy.
Yeah, he literally was like he could be in the best suit you've ever seen, and you're still like, why did they dress this lump of shit up in that nice suit? Like.
Oh my god! Okay, so so movie budget was 18 million. Ended up making 216 million. I just found this blurb. Film was a commercial success, grossing 216 million worldwide. Instead of taking their usual salaries for the film, Schwarzenegger and DeVito agreed to take 20% of the cut.
Oh fuck!
They made bank.
So they made. Now, does that include everything, including whatever sales to, or is that just they got 4 million for it? 20%. I'm sorry.
The returns.
I calculated 2%. Whoops. $40 million a piece. You mean Danny DeVito hasn't? The reason why he only does things like movies he wants to do is because he's been set since Twins.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something else. What was it?
No, I was saying he also did Ruthless People, which is another fucking big fucking thing that he did before.
What year was Throw Mama from the Train?
That was the year before.
87 then. Okay, I was gonna say that, but there was a lot of. I gotta look up the movies released in 87 because I feel like there was a lot of good ones.
Even for 80s, this movie is an enigma.
Oh yeah.
Once again, it's a movie trying to get the trends. Beverly Hills Cop was
also the time. It's also the time that it was made. Yeah. People didn't have this whole fucking SJW thing going. They didn't fucking care about what you said about people. They didn't care about how things were being said. This movie was just fucking right for the time, and it made a fucking shit ton of money.
I gotta be honest, I still love this movie. This movie in my movies of Arnold's that I'll watch in order is above Terminator.
Really?
You know what? I've watched this movie more because it was one of those things you got to remember. My mom always babysat. So when I wanted to watch a movie, I couldn't have movies with, F words and all that.
Swearing
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So like, and here's the thing, the way it worked is nothing in my house was sacred because she did it out of the home. So if I was in my room watching these movies and audio bled through because I never had a door, I only had a curtain, or one of the kids walked in and saw it, that was an ass whooping. So like, if I wanted to watch an Arnold movie, like my movies that I would watch like when I was homesick from school were Happy Gilmore, Willy Wonka, and T2. And T2 was only in my room.
Who's got music playing in the background?
It's Jen. It's like, I don't know, some sleep shit.
It was funny though, because while you were saying it, you was like, it was an ass whooping, and it was like,
that's my A&E biography.
It was like one of those music that was giving you like an intro.
Yeah, she's got some jazz sleeping thing. But yeah, like that's the problem is like, I don't know. I like this movie. I like the fact that this movie's like, as an adult's way darker. Like as a kid, you watch, you're like, oh, they're chasing Arnold and Mr. DeVito. Like, as an adult, you realize that motherfucker's a crazy assassin. Two dudes get lit up in the car. They're like, it gets real. And then you have all the sexual innuendo. You know, like Schwarzenegger's supposed to be, he's never even seen a woman.
Then you also have your mom that doesn't believe that you are you. It's
like those
motherly, fatherly shit like that.
But then when they explain the experiment where they're basically like, you were the best of everything and you were what's left. Like, he was basically the junk he's the pulp that gets removed from your juicer.
And he even says, I was a side effect. Oh, God. When I watched it today, I was like, holy shit. I never saw it like that. And it kind of hurt me in a way, but I was like, holy shit.
I do. Yeah, it's a really like fucked up movie when you look in terms of how like it could fuck with the psychology of a person. You know, you have and it does show it pretty effectively. You have one person who's been given everything, the best of the best of the best, taught the best, eaten the best workouts, best genetics you could have, and you have the normal guy who has had to eke his way through life. He's a sleaze, he's a con man, but he's basically just trying to survive because once again he's the shit of the litter.
That's where. Oh, good. That's where I was looking at like Arnold's view of it when he starts talking to Vincent. He goes, no, he goes, I was given this, I was given that, and I was born I was on an island, and I was like, well, is he fucking helping or hurting the situation? And he kept talking, and then finally gets Vincent to see his point of view. I was like, okay, maybe he was right. Yeah,
And here's the other thing. Twins is awesome because it's a happy ending movie.
Yeah.
It's not a bummer any. You don't see his thumb go into the fucking molten steel. As a kid, I've watched it dozens of, if not 100 times. Every time I'm just like so. Here's the thing: is it tries to be a fun Beverly Hills Cop-esque movie, but it's just really off balance with the darker scenes. Dude comes in and they've seen my face, so he wipes them out. Like,
that was fucking crazy.
But here's the thing:
I didn't see it as a kid.
When did Kindergarten Cop come out? Is that 89?
90.
90. So
2 years later,
Kindergarten Cop took from this formula though, because the beginning of Kindergarten Cop is a rough PG-13, and then kind of transitions, and even at the end with the "Where's my grandson," that whole thing. And that's another dark one that has that kid-friendly thing. So Schwarzenegger is the only superstar that came from an athletic background to be this successful and not flop with his kid movies. The Rock had The Tooth Fairy and the one where he's the football player. Both sucked. The one with where he's a football player is actually better than the Tooth Fairy one.
They were very popular, but
they were just dumb cheeseballs. Schwarzenegger had not one but two. He had Kindergarten Cop, and he also had this one, which wasn't necessarily a kid's movie, but if you were a father and you wanted to go do a Sunday activity with your family, you felt a hell of a lot better going to take them to see this than Total Recall. You know what I mean? So like this could be a father's way to introduce them to Arnold. As they get older, you start showing them this a little bit, and you kind of talk them through it. Like, that's the way I've always looked at this movie, because it's a dark ride.
If you were a boy, it would be Running Man, and then it would be this.
Oh, God, I can't wait till I just watched it, like, a week and a half ago, and I'm going to fucking watch it again.
What movies like this also show, because if you look in his filmography, it's sprinkled with movies that are full of humor. Like this dude likes being funny. He likes being in these
Yeah.
roles.
He loves one-liners.
He does.
Yeah.
Like,
And
look,
I mean, he could easily have been like, I just made it with, Terminator blew it up. Commando was a bit cheesy, but now we're onto serious movies. He could have just been like, no, I'm just going to take serious action roles all the way down. But he clearly has a funny bone and likes these comedy movies. And I like that he stuck with it. And every now and again, you get like Junior, you get a funny movie, a serious movie like True Lies. You get his comedic parts in Last Action Hero. Oh, you're muted.
I think the way you said it best, True Lies, is the perfect 360 vehicle for him. Like, and it's going to be a hard battle because I think it's going to end up coming down to True Lies. Well, it can't though, the way we have the bracketing. So it's either going to be Terminator 2 or True Lies, basically going up against whatever the other one. Which it's going to be whatever goes up against True Lies or Terminator 2, and that is going to be a hard discussion because there is arguments to make that True Lies is a better film than Terminator 2 and vice versa.
We luckily structured it where this first week is sort of easy, and then the next week gets hard. Third week is tough, and fourth week is fucking hard as shit.
Yeah, fourth week is going to be fucking super hard.
I mean, it is literally his best
Holy
movie.
shit.
I mean, whether if people want to agree or not, we've picked those three that we've picked are his three best movies.
Yeah.
At the end, yeah.
Yeah, they just are. And but I love Predator. Three we picked are the best of his movies.
It doesn't matter. Pick them.
This is coming from super huge Arnold fans. When we made this list, there is a reason why 6th Day isn't on there and End of Days isn't on there, okay? And Junior's not on there. There is a reason why we're only going to maybe lightly talk about his role as Mr. Freeze. There's a reason why... But here's the thing. There's a reason why Last Day and Maggie and Killing Gunther and the movie he made with Sam Worthington where his whole team's been being wiped out aren't going to be reviewed because... While some of them are okay, some of them are shit, some of them are decent, they're not worthy of being discussed in this bracket because they would be too easy. If I put 6th Day up, it's gone. Plain and simple. End of Days would be a little bit harder depending if it's going against Conan. Yeah, bye Conan. But like the thing about it is like that's the thing is like there's only so much room.
Well, because for me, it really comes down to 84 to 96. Like those are all of my Arnold movies. Sixth Day was 2000.
I'm gonna say 99 and exclude
End of Days was 99.
Exclude 6th Day but include 99. Or include End of Days.
Okay, I could see that. 84 to 99. I like his later movies, but like that was like the perfect Arnold was in between those.
Well, those movies, in my opinion, that's when Arnold was actually Arnold. Anything he's in now is literally like, here's a movie and Arnold's in it. It's not like the movies back then were being like Eraser was written for him. Like, or a machismo actor of that time. Because look at what Stallone was doing in the late 90s. What did Stallone, he had Demo Man in 96, I think is what it was, maybe 94. But he floundered hard in the late 90s. I think his last movie that went to theaters was Get Carter in 02, I think. So by late 90s, he had that Assassins movie with Antonio Banderas. But he really, like, after Demo Man, his shit just, not only was he not pumping out as many, they weren't as good.
Assassins was the one with the soccer ball and shit, right? Where he's like, look out the window. He's like, bing, he shoots the soccer ball.
Yeah, where they were. Yeah, okay. I don't honestly remember. Like,
I really didn't like that movie, but I don't remember it much. I remember watching it.
I just know that Desperado was popular.
Yeah,
that came out in 96, and they were like, let's figure this out. But then once again,
together.
Talking about Stallone is another rabbit hole, because then you got movies like Tango and Cash, and it's a whole fucking thing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, the central story around this, as we've kind of said, is Schwarzenegger. It's a science experiment. Schwarzenegger gets all the best genetics. Danny DeVito is basically the leftovers, and Danny DeVito is Danny DeVito, and he's kind of a slime ball. Schwarzenegger is purebred. He, like you said, had the finest, and Schwarzenegger sets out once he finds out he's got a brother to meet him.
But Danny DeVito is such a fucking chick magnet. Why?
Because he's a slime
Because he's
ball.
got the
That
good
ponytail.
genetics.
It's confidence.
It's the genetics. Yeah, he got
The
part of the
line
genetics.
the line from the doctor is like all the not perfect stuff that's left over is you, and he's like,
Yeah.
what?
Basically, you're the
Side
shit.
effect. Yeah, but that dude got laid more than fucking Arnold. Well, only because he was on an island.
Dude, if Arnold was in LA,
guess
he'd be running so much slime. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But I'm Muscle Beach, just this is how I come. I'm coming right now.
Yeah, but would he care more about the women, or would he care more about the
Dude,
Arnold's
Arnold
arms?
in his bodybuilding days was such a puss hound. Are you kidding me? Dude, he was a man whore.
Yeah, he was sleeping with all the maids.
All the maids. Yeah,
all
I was
those
about to say that, all the
sexy
maids.
maid uniforms. Go watch Pumping Iron. He was a fucking perv. He was an Eastern European perv.
I'm pretty sure he was still here, even during fucking Commando.
Well,
Yeah,
he was married during Commando, or when did he get married to Schreiber?
but I'm sure I'm sure he still had that shit going.
Yeah, I'm going to fuck the maid and make a caveman.
Oh my lord!
That was too mean for me. That hurt me.
We make fun of him because we love him.
Oh, I can't,
The old
dude.
him.
If I ever met Schwarzenegger, it would be like literally, it would be meeting my idol. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a lot of celebrities, but if I were able to get an interview with him or anything, dude, it would be just I would be.
How would you approach him?
I mean, how would I approach him?
In fisticuffs.
What would you say to him?
I mean,
in your first meeting
with Schwarzenegger, I'd be really real with him because if you've done any research on the guy, he's a no bullshit guy. He's just a kind of a guy's guy who likes to hang out. So the whole like cursing would be open. I'd probably light up a fucking cigar while doing the interview with him, and hope he'd light up one with me. Like I would approach it at first just kind of like general chit chat, and you know me, I joke around a little bit, and then I would ask him everything I'd ever wanted to know, like when you were filming this. You know, what was your central, like, you know, I would want to know like what he was at, because he obviously in that span of time we talk about was wildly successful, smart guy, became governor after that.
Okay.
Like, so there's a lot to ask the dude. What is the difference that you see now between the America you came to when you first emigrated? Boom, right there. I'd love to know his opinion on that.
Question, okay.
You know what I mean? I'd love to know his opinion on how what is it like working with James Cameron, and what was the magic they were able to capture in that partnership between the several movies they had done together. Like, there's lots of things you can ask.
Now, if you were given a chance to ask him a personal question, only reason why I'm asking you is because you're such an Arnold fan. What's something personal, like 2 questions, as far as his whole career?
Like,
what would you like
it about his?
Whether it's personal or film related, just it could be any kind of personal.
I mean, one off the top of my head, I'd ask him like, "What's your favorite movie you've done?"
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
and why is it Terminator 2? No.
Yeah, and why is it Terminator?
Yeah, it made me the most money. Yeah, Terminator 2 made me like 100 millionaire.
No, but the only reason why I'm asking is because you are a hardcore Arnold fan, and it shows every fucking episode. Almost every episode.
I would ask him, what is his favorite movie? And I would ask him,
who is his daddy and what does he do?
But not
I read his book. I knew his daddy. He was abusive.
Not his favorite movie that he's been in, or what's his favorite movie that he's ever seen.
I would ask him what was his favorite movie he's ever made, both he enjoys watching, and what was the most fun to film.
Okay, is that one question?
That's one question.
Okay,
and then I would ask him what growing up. But the problem is I've read his book, so I know what his answers would be.
Oh well, I have it myself, so I
so when he was a kid, his whole thing was as he became like preteen, like I'm talking 11, 12. He became fixated with the bodybuilding scene, and he had been getting kind of basically these magazines or pamphlets that you would get, and his father thought it was like, you know, you're a little you're not. He thought he was gay basically.
You're looking at men.
So he looked at it very like his father was a tough dude. Like in all accounts, he was a loving man, but the drink was the better of him. So he would beat him. He was violent towards him and the mother, and so he just wanted to get out. And he started bodybuilding, and then he, I think he was either forced to or voluntarily entered the military, and was out of there within, I think, a year, less than a year maybe he served. He ended up in the actual brig. He was in military prison for a little bit because he went AWOL, and that's how he got discharged. Realized that he met the longtime kind of bodybuilding coach that he had dealt with, and he loved this guy. Basically told him, like, get the fuck out of Austria, get to America, get to LA, and he would see these magazines because at this time Weider was coming out, and Weider, if you've ever been big into weightlifting or working out, for a long time was and kind of still is the name and things. I mean, Weider was the first guys where you'd see the big goddamn giant tubs of just plain old white vanilla protein powder. Weider had the magazine where the actual Weider was a bodybuilder himself, and so Schwarzenegger would get these Weider magazines, and he'd see them, and he'd see Muscle Beach in LA, and he'd be, that's where I gotta go. So he actually emigrated there. He went with his coach on a bodybuilding sponsorship where he was with Ferrigno and a couple of the other big ones. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. Where he shared apartments with them. They all trained together. They ate together. They worked construction to make money on the side. So, by day they were doing construction and bricklaying. By night they were in Gold's Gym fucking pumping iron. So, like, that's how he went from there. And then Hercules in New York came, and then so on and so forth. But right. That's the thing is I tell you, I love Schwarzenegger. I'm a huge fan. I've read I've read 2 of his books. I think he's done 2. I've read his biography book, which is a really good read if you're into reading, and you ever want a kind of an insight of what drove him. It gives you a pretty good in depth to his childhood. It's been loving mother, alcoholic father.
Gotcha.
But once again, this was Austria. Right. It was a much harder lifestyle. Cool. I don't know. If I ever met him, I don't know. I'd also be kind of starstruck, which I know you don't think I can, but I'm pretty, but yeah, I would be.
Well, you did pretty good when you interviewed the Nelms brothers.
Yeah, because I was nervous as balls during the whole thing, so I'm glad it came out all right.
I've ran into wrestlers at the airport when I used to work there, and I fucking dropped all my fucking marbles on the floor, man. I seriously, I fucking asked Heath Slater. I was like, hey, so what's it like going on Friday? He goes, yeah, it's on Thursdays. I was like, yeah, so what are you going to do on Friday? He goes, yeah, it's on Thursdays. That was when SmackDown was on Thursdays.
I watch it on Fridays, Dick. I work Thursdays.
I fucked up twice in the same conversation with this fucking guy. I mean, tell him that I see him on Fridays, but it was Thursday. And I fucking dropped my fucking marbles all over the floor, man.
With wrestlers though, like if you're not like tackling them to the ground, you're doing okay.
Yeah, I didn't. But that was just that's my my perspective of talking to somebody.
Well, see, I'm trying to organize. I have to email Chelsea Lynn, Trailer Trash Tammy.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to see her on Jen's birthday birthday in July, and I'd like to.
That would be nice if you can.
Well, I'd love to do an interview because she's.
You have a GoPro, right? You have a GoPro?
Yeah. Well, so we're gonna order a couple shirts for her and the gal pal she's got touring with her, Libby Higgins, I believe.
Have it ready. And
we're gonna give them to him at the show because part of our thing is a meet and greet.
Nice.
So I'm gonna email her and just let her know, hey, I'm doing this. We have the meet and greet coming. I'm a because we are quote unquote YouTube content creator. Correct. So I'll tell her, hey, I'm a YouTube content creator. Here's my links to my channel. I'd love to do an interview with you. And because my whole thing is if I do the interview, I want Jen in on it because Jen's a huge fan of her.
Yeah, so I heard.
I'd love Jen to be in on it and be able to interview her too. And I'd even write out the questions if she wanted or whatever. But yeah, that's that. So
I'm sure she can come with her own.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But you know me, man. Always 1,000 miles until I die. Lewis, I know you were texting me quite a bit about twins, and I almost through your text I got the feeling of like throughout when you're watching it you had this like, I don't know if I fucking like this movie.
Yeah, I felt the same. I didn't respond to it, but I felt the same.
No, it didn't have the same charm because I hadn't watched. It's been a decade since I've watched this movie. It didn't have the same charm, but it also, I don't think it was that I don't like it now. I think watching it now,
you found different aspects of it.
Yeah, the goofiness kind of faded away, and it leaned into like, this movie's fucking sad.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I agree. I'm going to tell you
but
right
it
now.
is a happy ending movie though. The mother,
It is.
the mother reconciles with them. They each got girlfriends. He's finally going to be able to plug the one. Happy ending.
Here's what I'm going to say right now is I just turned 45 yesterday. That's May 7th to anybody who wants to fucking keep track of it. I got kind of teary-eyed when the mom realized that she actually had twins.
It wasn't a prank.
It actually got me teary-eyed because I know the outcome later, and I've noticed that I do that for a lot of other fucking shit, but it did hit me. So go on.
One scene
It's a
I
dad
couldn't.
thing.
One scene I
I
couldn't.
think that's what it is. I think it's a dad thing.
It's
yeah.
not
So
just a dad thing.
right.
It's an emotional thing, because when it
But
comes
now
to,
that you're older,
but even as I get older, when it comes to scenes of it's like something to do with a dog or with like a dark dog scene, or where like the wife gets killed, there's certain things now in my old age that will trip me up that never used to. Like, once again, I was the guy that sat through Marley and Me and didn't fucking shed one goddamn tear.
oh god, that movie made you fucking cry. Shut up.
No, but that was me
I
in my
cry.
young days. I was fucking cold. Nowadays, like, and I feel it's necessary to purge. Like, if you ever feel like really pent up and like you're just so angry or just kind of like fucking like you do feel like, ah man, I'm gonna fucking punch something and cry. Like, you want to be a Kyle? I do encourage you to go onto YouTube and look up Soldiers Coming Home, or reuniting videos.
I
You
hate
you
those.
watch them because it's
I hate those.
instant tear producing.
Yeah.
It just is. And if you ever need, and hey, and here's the thing is we talk about it every now and then on this show. Mental health for guys isn't something that's talked about. You're not allowed as a dude to be emotional. You're not allowed to be fucking fractured inside because you're a guy. That goes back to this double standard. Like, your masculinity is toxic. However, don't you fucking cry in front of me. Don't you talk about the fact that, like, you're sitting there at 3 a.m. in tears because you thought of your mom for some goddamn reason. Like, that's the truth of it. So, guys need to learn to vent, though. There has to be positive ways.
You're 100% right, because I've watched a lot of the movies that we've reviewed, and I've had like these moments, and I've never said to you guys, yeah, I got teary eyed, I did it. I don't say it all the time, but yeah, it's right, 100% right.
Like, here's the thing: is like, the other thing is, if you look at it from the artistic perspective, if you're watching a movie and it's able to trigger a certain emotional reaction from you, that movie's doing a pretty good goddamn job of what it's supposed to be doing now, isn't it? Like, if you go watch Remember the Titans 75% of the way through that fucking movie and tell me that the fact that these dudes built this relationship and now he's paralyzed and there's that emotion, like, that may not make you tear up, but that's still going to trigger something. There's endorphins that are going to flow because you will feel an emotional response, whether it produces tears or whatever. There's going to be something there, and it's like, we as guys spend a lot of time shying away from that shit. And it's reinforced by, like, and I got into with Facebook as a cesspool, just like Twitter. I got into it with somebody and I said, look, because they were all about, guys need to be taught that it's okay for them to be emotional. And while I don't disagree, girls need to be taught from a young age that it's okay for guys to be emotional. That's the true problem, because you can have a guy out there that's in tune with himself and is like, okay, yeah, I'm fine with, I'm not talking a blubbering baby, but somebody who's willing to open up and show his true self. And I don't feel a lot of women out there are emotionally able to accept that. Like, it's a two-way street, and this is where we lay it on the guys, You have to be a protector, and you have to be chivalrous, and you have to make sure you're respectful, but, you don't want to be too masculine, because then you're encroaching on their freedom, and your toxic masculinity is going to bring bad traits. Here's my question, right? Name me one quote-unquote toxic masculine person that has a daughter who doesn't have a strong, independent woman of a daughter. Every big celebrity that gets called out for toxic masculinity has a daughter who is a strong, independent woman. Trump, Schwarzenegger, Baldwin, because he's gone on his tyrants. A lot of these guys who have adult daughters now, Ric Flair is the embodiment of toxic masculinity, is he not? Steroids, boozing, womanizing, cheating on his wife, and he produces a WWE star who's made more money than he ever could have dreamed of in her short career already. Tell me, like, if you put two and two together, toxic masculine men who are in the household raise strong people. They raise strong daughters. The best way to have a strong foundation is raise your children strong. Raise boys to understand you don't have to bottle it all in. Raise girls to understand that, hey, if you're their safe space and they talk to you, men can be emotional too. But we want to ignore this. We want to, this movie all year, it's all blood and guts. Okay, sure. But did you forget about the 30 minutes of the movie where you're suffering PTSD the whole fucking time? Or like, how many movies is that? Like, that's just kind of the back burner. We don't talk about men's mental health. We want to make Elliot Page the star of some other fucking movie. But we want to talk about his mental health now. But we don't want to talk about men's mental health. We don't want to talk about how that impacts things. That's where the Hollywood double standard really does piss me off, because it's okay to talk about one thing, but fuck the rest of this. Nuh-uh. I don't know.
It's all about what's relevant.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything wrong if I watch a movie.
Not to everybody, but to the masses.
Like, I don't like at my point in my life, I'm married to the one I'm gonna be with, and if I'm not gonna be with her for any reason, I'm not gonna be with anybody else. I'm done. I'm not an absolutist, but in this case,
My wife has said that. My wife has said that too. She said that if she ever leave, or if we ever separate, she would never marry again. And I said, why? I said, I don't believe that to be true.
I searched.
I think my wife can find somebody better than me. I honestly believe my wife could find somebody better than me.
I don't think any of us don't feel that way about our wives. Let's be honest here.
But I think what we have together is something that is something solid, and that's what our thing is.
I mean, here's the thing. In my opinion, I found the one I want to be with. Fortunately, frankly, I didn't have to search much. It was kind of thrown in my lap. That's who I want to be with. If for whatever reason, whether it be death or divorce, whatever the case is, I don't want to go searching again. That part of my life is closed. I will have a pack of 6 dogs. And I'll just go. I'll be that crazy fucker in the park with 6 dogs in a circle around him with no leash on, and I go like that, and they're in a fucking pyramid. Like, that'll be me. It is what it is. I'll move. I'll work.
I feel the same way. I'd probably be a fucking lonely fucking.
But for me, Up, the beginning of Up is a goddamn tear fest. I can't stand it. It's the way it triggers too. Movies that have it where like the wife is killed brutal, like in not death sentence style, but like real dramatic movies where the wife is killed, like in Mandy. Mandy didn't make me tear up, but it gave me such a sense of dread, because I'm literally watching it at 2 a.m, and all I could think of is like, thank God she's right there. Thank God something like this will never fucking happen. But in the back of my mind, if it ever did, I'd create more of a bloodbath than Nick Cage did.
You question why I leave my bedroom door open and I check my doors.
Listen, you're talking to the fucking patron of paranoia. I have a 22 next to me.
Well, I don't own any firearms, but I will. Hopefully one day I will. But you question my paranoia.
Well, I know. I mean, I feel like, but I also like my privacy.
That's just me. That's just me.
Get a Ring doorbell, bro. Subvent it all.
Oh, I don't have one yet, but I eventually I'll get one.
All right, let's give it I'm sorry. Anything else anybody want to say about Twins starring Eddie Murphy?
We're not going to talk about that.
It should not happen. I think it should not happen. Oh, let's do the recast.
Okay.
All right. So, can I go first?
Raymond and Raymond.
I saw. I have 3. I have 3. You guys want to hear them all or no?
Let's do it.
Go for it.
All right. So
who are you recasting?
I saw a picture and it made me fucking laugh, and I thought that would be awesome. Jason Momoa and Peter Dinklage. Those would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but Dinklage would never do it because he doesn't take those roles.
I know. But I'm just saying it would be hilarious. My second is Keanu and Alex Winter. It would be a funny dynamic. And then my third would be actually, I said it twice, I think, tonight. The Rock and fucking Kevin Hart.
That's the obvious. That's the one when they were talking about making the sequel, they should have thought about it.
Yeah. And also, as far as Triplets, the movie that they're trying to do, I think they should, instead of Eddie Murphy, it should be fucking Belushi. What?
Why with Jim Belushi?
Yeah. You don't think Jim Belushi, Danny DeVito, and fucking Arnold can have a chemistry?
Well, I mean, Belushi and Arnold were in Red Heat together.
Exactly. They already have a chemistry that's working.
I mean, you could also go Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd?
Well, yeah, but the problem is the whole triplets idea is such a shoehorn. It's just a bad idea. Like I don't. God, Dinklage looks like Weekend at Bernie's.
I've been saving this whole time. I'm sorry.
So I can throw man, because their hair color doesn't have to match and it can be goofy. I can see Ryan Reynolds and Charlie Day.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that.
I'm okay.
I
with
do
that
like
one.
Charlie Day. And
You'd have to really scum up Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Now here's the other thing.
But Charlie Day can pull it off.
Here's the other thing though.
He can pull it off.
Why does it both have to be men?
Oh, okay. So male, female.
I'm gonna go Ryan Reynolds and Melissa McCarthy.
Oh,
I could say that.
Holy shit. That would be funny.
Think about the possibilities, because you got him, he's fucking ripped and real nice, and you got her, like, she's actually lost a lot of weight and looks quite good, but she's foul mouthed and
she's a very good actress.
Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna do the dual gender. Beetlejuice and Lori Lightfoot.
they look way too much alike.
Are they not the same fucking entity?
You actually confuse them for twins in that one.
You fucked me up there, Lewis.
I mean, you could do there's a lot of lady guy combos. Like if you really want to go like all out, nice, you go John Cena for Schwarzenegger.
Oh god.
And you go
Kevin Hart.
Well, no. I mean, depending on where you want to take it, if you want to go the multicultural route, you go like who's another like I would say Leslie Jones, but I don't like Leslie Jones.
Working with for
Dwight and Mose.
What's her name? What's her name for Wipeout?
Wipeout.
The new Wipeout?
John Cena and her are in Wipeout.
Oh, I can't stand her.
Nicole Bear?
Is that her name from Nailed It?
From Nailed It.
You know, here's the thing:
that would be a funny because she actually is funny.
I like Tiffany Haddish, but Tiffany Haddish is pretty, and I mean, they made her look down in Bad Trip, but like, there's only so much you could do to make it look like shit.
Well, she's got actually another movie coming out soon.
I like Tiffany Haddish quite a bit. One of my favorite female actresses.
What's her name from Nailed It?
Cat Williams.
Oh God.
Cat Williams. Ryan Reynolds and Cat Williams.
No, Cat Williams is done.
Dude, Cat Williams, whatever that one special he had that blew up was fucking hilarious.
Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. I think Kevin Hart deserves to fucking get his.
I mean, here's the thing: the obvious is The Rock and Kevin Hart. Like, it's the obvious.
Cat Williams and Kevin Hart is like trying to hold down 20 Black Cat bottle rockets at the same time. That's just way too much energy.
That is if you're trying to recast, right?
Yeah, if you're recasting, I mean, The Rock and Kevin Hart are the perfect match.
So what do you guys think about triplets? Like I said, I said Jim Belushi.
No, that movie doesn't exist, and it never will.
I do not like the idea.
It started in 2012. They were trying to recast it in 2012.
Kill it with fire.
So why don't you just make the triplets? Then I'm gonna still throw my hat in the ring for Melissa McCarthy. But how do you make the triplet? There's one good, one shit. What is the middle? How do you do a triplet? It doesn't make sense. I hate the idea.
I don't know. Why call it triplets? Yeah.
Like, the problem is you've already set the premise up of here's the good, here's everything else. Well, how is there a third child? What portion of the good jizz tube did they get? Like, that's the problem, is it doesn't make any fucking logical sense.
Can you say it again?
No.
The triplet is just the beaker of cum in a backpack. Right? That's the
Eastern
triplet.
European jizz.
Backpack. Do it,
All
man.
Right. Nope. I have not come across a backpack, sir. I don't need to do it.
I don't know if you know, Anthony, what happened. We were playing Apex, and Matt just kept screaming backpack.
Every time I picked up a new backpack, I would say backpack, and then run and shoot somebody.
Oh, God. It was
all right,
nice
let's give it the T-800 exoskeleton skulls. Alex, out of 10.
Oh God, I fucking really like this one. Shit, man. I'm gonna go 7.5, man. If that's allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little more because I did like Twins. Out of as it progressed, the movies, the acting ability of Arnold to actually, put forth like what he was trying to do. I didn't like his co-actors or whatever you want to call them. His girlfriend, like the girlfriends and shit, they were all shit. But him and DeVito actually were fucking pretty good on point. So I'm gonna say 7.5.
So Jen and I didn't get a chance to watch Twins this time, but I've seen it so many fucking times like script. I'm gonna probably now have to watch it tomorrow. Now I really want to. And I just watched it because I was like, hey, we got Twins for $5, and we watched it. All right, I'm gonna go 6. I like the movie a lot. It's one of my favorites of his, but guys, we're going up against how many other movies? And I just don't see Twins.
I know that, but I liked it, man. I don't know.
Lewis, what would you give it? And then we're gonna go ahead and knock 2 of these fucking movies out.
I'm going to go 4. Which again is it's not bad.
By your text messages, I knew you were gonna be like, I'm not gonna watch it for another decade.
Again, I'm not. If I were to rate this as like a movie, this is a solid like 3.5, 4 for me. It's a good movie. It has lost its shine for me, but only because like I was watching, I'm like, this movie's not as fun. Not in a bad way. I wasn't thinking like this movie's not as funny as I thought it was, but I was just thinking like it's kind of a dark fucking movie. Like
way less. What you know? What I think part of the problem is, people confuse the tone of Kindergarten Cop with Twins.
Yeah.
They go in assuming it's the same kind of funny, and Twins is much more of the beginning of Kindergarten Cop than it is the middle and ending of.
And again, with all these movies we're rating, if we're giving a number and you're like, how could you fucking, it's like, it's just where we think it falls. Again,
Right.
every Arnold movie, just because it stars him, gets an automatically +1 for me. Like I said, 84 to 99 though is kind of where it's at.
Like I said, I still watch, like, he comes out with random shit and I'll watch it. I watched that low budget Killing Gunther, liked it quite a bit. I actually really did. I thought it was funny. I thought he was good in it. I want to watch that Iron Mask movie with him and Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
I liked his cameo in Around the World in 80 Days.
I like his cameo too.
So it's like all of these, like, I like Schwarzenegger so much that whether I disagree with him politically or I don't like his, push to the environmentalism stuff as much, I still like him. I still think he's a badass dude. I think for 73, he's an inspiration to a lot of people still. So it's like, for me, I love the guy. Like I said, one of my dreams in life, if through this platform or whatever entertainment platform I can get into, I'd love to interview the guy.
So we've discussed all 3 movies, and they are all 3 great movies. If we'd had to remove one and make this just a list of 2, what do you guys think?
I mean,
in my head, Twins would not be on the list compared to T1 and Commando, just because of kind of where he was at in his career. Granted, they were earlier films. I don't know. I feel like Twins was him, like, he was in his rhythm. He's like, I can take a comedy, I could do an action. Whereas Commando and Terminator was him, like, trying to prove himself. And I just think I don't know. I think they're both a better product.
Yeah,
Okay.
where my head is simply this. I think Commando. I love T1, but for me, and
So you're going straight to the pudding.
I mean, I think Twins, in all honesty, for me, as much as I do like the movie, is the easy one to get rid of. Because I look at it like, I just watched these movies. Which one of these movies would I want to watch least in the nearest amount of time? Commando, I can watch again in 3 weeks. Terminator 1, I could watch again in a few months. Twins, I don't have the urge to watch it again in the next 6 months to a year.
I'm gonna have to cut straight to the middleman as well. I think Commando is the survivor of the three because although I did like Twins because I that was a different Arnold, but as far as the acting chops and how things went and even if the fucking the whole scene in a stuntman choreography or whatever didn't fucking match up, it was a fucking entertaining movie from beginning to end because I did not fucking get tired once watching Commando. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I got tired watching Terminator, and I got tired watching Twins.
That's because the unexplained Speedo scene in Commando. Even my wife was like, she's like, I understand he's going in water, but why is he in a Speedo? Like she was just confused by it.
I did say this too about all three movies that I saw. There was no fucking spot where Arnold was not fucking at some point naked or in his underwear because they wanted to show his body. And I didn't care for it, but it had to be shown.
So we also, when we watched T1, Jen was like, you think he has a cock sock on? And I was like, knowing Arnold, no. And then it gets to where they show him from the front and you see the swing in the shadow. And I was like, no cock sock. You saw all Arnold there.
You don't think that was all Arnold?
That was swinging dick Arnold, bro. There was no cock sock.
You don't think Arnold had some kind of play in
1984 low budget movie? No, Arnold had an okay piece. He was a womanizer.
I don't know that because I don't idolize him that way.
Well, he took nude photos in the 60s as a bodybuilder.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Or the 70s when he was doing it. Yeah, there's naked photos of Arnold when he was in his bodybuilding.
Oh, wow.
So
they call him swing.
The way, I mean, he but the thing is, you notice, like, you see it because, like, she asked. So then when it gets to the front, I'm like, let's see, because you can. If there's no, there's no swing. If there's no swing, if there's the underwear thing there, but there was swing. So, that was all him in that one. I guarantee you, they gave him the option.
He said no. Instead of me bringing it up for what's his name?
But
thought of that one too. What was that one called?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, because I wasn't there.
You notice later on in his movies, though, the whole like shirtless and this, it doesn't really happen too much.
Yeah,
look at True Lies, which is one of the pinnacles.
But these first like 3 or 4 movies.
Oh, Commando, he's naked half the time.
He was almost in his underwear every fucking time.
Yeah. Commando's pretty bad
naked,
for that.
Or naked.
Now, this isn't the last time you guys are going to be hearing about Terminator 1, because when we do get to Terminator 2, I plan on I'm going to try to get as many of the Easter eggs as I see them, as far as the comparisons from 1 to 2. And I want to discuss those because there is a lot of scenes that number 2 does where they basically redo the same scene almost shot for shot, which is quite interesting.
So did we eliminate 2 right away, or are we still going into that? Because I think we all agreed on Commando.
Yeah. So we all agree Commando.
We just dropped it right away.
T1 is fucking close behind Commando for me.
Yeah, it is a very good movie, and it's the start of his career.
But if I sat someone down and they're like, I've never seen an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and I was like, we don't have enough time to watch all 3. I need you to watch one of them. I would go, you need to see Commando. It's goofy. It's action. It's kind of everything that represents Arnold kind of wrapped into one.
You know what I feel about Terminator 1, as much as I love it, is it's a much better representation of how good of a director Cameron was, especially for action scenes.
Yeah.
And less of an Arnold.
And his idea.
Because Arnold was very cold. He was very, he was playing the robot. So, like, that whole fact to me, Terminator 1 is an Arnold movie, but it's not the Arnold that spawned from 85 to 99. It's pre that. So, like,
because there was not dialogue, there was not any
not
kind
as
of
much
like
as he needed,
portrayal of what he was trying to do. It was just him just being that robot.
All right, well, let's wrap up the first episode of the Schwarzenegger special month. Next week, what do we got coming for next week? Is it again
on our bracket? Commando made
it looks like
up.
Total Recall.
So next week we are doing Total Recall, Eraser, and Kindergarten Cop. Next week's gonna get a little bit harder.
Oh, how do I get?
It's not the tumor.
I already know Eraser's gonna be on the chopping block, and I'm already ready to fucking argue with you guys.
Yeah. Week 4 is gonna be a fucking bloodbath. Man.
Week 4 is gonna be bad. I think maybe we should talk to Jobo about jumping in week 4.
The problem when we get to the later weeks is we're gonna know we have to crown a winner, but the argument's not gonna be the winner. It's gonna be who gets chopped first.
Yeah. I mean,
So
by
then-
week 4, we're gonna have the previous 2 weeks winners, or the previous 2 weeks winner, against those 3 movies.
Yeah.
Like it's just like so like the first 2 weeks winner may completely get eliminated at the very beginning of that because of the last fucking 3 movies.
Yeah.
Like that's a real possibility because of the way we stack these.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't want to change the order. As much as I'm thinking about it, I don't want to change the
No,
order.
somehow we lined up on a good order of like it starts to scale harder.
It's going to be a rough 3 weeks for this. I think for the live episode, we'll talk to Giovanni, so we'll have a 4th opinion.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
We'll see if he wants to join us, and we'll bring him in because he's seen all these movies, especially the week 4's movies.
Damn, week 2 is gonna be hard.
Yeah, next week's not easy, guys. It's
Total
gonna be fun. It's
Recall,
gonna be fun
Kindergarten
watching them.
Camp.
By the way, let me know when you're ready to log into iTunes. I have Total Recall in there on 4K. Voodoo is Eraser, and then Kindergarten Cop, I believe, is iTunes. So
Do you want if you want to do it after this recording? We can
no,
do that.
tomorrow and
No, I gotta go to bed.
I'm actually not. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to log off. You guys, thank you for watching. This is week 1 of Schwarzenegger. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. We will be back
This is
with
the
you.
reboot.
Oh, God, I hope not. We will be back next week with the next episode, with the next bracket. This will be out Monday. I will have a content dump coming later this week for a couple past episodes. I'm also going to release the Terminator thing on YouTube that we showed today just because it's funny. I liked it at least. I hope you guys did. I sat here.
I did not see that coming.
Dude, I was so glad.
I was looking. I'm like, where's the scene?
I told Jen, I was like, normally I spoil it and I show these guys the fucking whatever I made. Not this time. It's gonna be a live reaction. But the whole month is gonna be full of fun shit like that. I've got new green screens up. I got to figure out my lighting to get it a little bit better. But that's also gonna lead to we're gonna be filming more stuff for the channel. So coming soon will be a lot more stuff on the channel, including. It's preliminary now. I want us all to get together. I want a night, frankly, where we record an episode and we hang out. We'll all be vaccinated by the time that comes because my last shot is June 2nd. Alex's will be around June 15th or so.
July-ish, maybe June or July-ish, yeah.
So, I want to meet up, and I'd love to, at some point we'll get a Nerditude kind of like vlog going too. But yeah, so
all of us sitting around a campfire, fucking with our own mics, or no?
Who knows? Maybe when we all get together, we can. Maybe when we all get together, we can find more deleted scenes, or we can discover more deleted scenes like Matt found in Terminator.
Yeah,
exactly. I think there's a lot of potential for.
How can we do that? All live with the microphone situation. We all bring our own plug in where.
I mean, I have a USB hub and a laptop.
I have a hub too as well.
But all right, so we're gonna end the episode.
That'd be fun.
We'll talk about this after. Everybody have a great night. I'm gonna let these guys sign off as well.
We'll be back. No, that's too easy. We'll be back.
This guy's happy. Take care.
I hope you leave enough room in your stomach because I'm gonna ram my fist in it and break your goddamn spine. I didn't do it quite. You guys have no idea. Today was an easy episode for you. You have no idea what's coming. Starting next week with that lineup, it's only gonna get worse. My voice is gonna be fucked by week 4.
My fist up here.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
All right, we're good there.